Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, powered by NCXT, episode 801. I'm your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
I'm footloose and fancy free over here. No problems whatsoever.
That's right. And we got him playing bass. He's jamming on the pedals. I don't know if that's what bass players actually do.
No.
I know they do. Do bass players have pedals, Jeff Backlog?
Sure. Yeah. You absolutely have pedals if you're a bass player, like 100%. I don't know if I guess you could be jamming on the pedals. Okay, I take it back. You're right.
Okay, all right. And speaking about being based, we have Tamoor Hussain.
Hello, everyone. Jan, we are dangerously close to episode 808, and I think we should do an all-relationship podcast, so then we can call it 808 and Heartbreaks.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll wear my Kanye-inspired Pee-wee suit. Because no one can look me in the eyes and tell me that Kanye West, when he was making 808 and Heartbreak, thought like, yeah, no, Pee Wee Herman. That's who I want to. That's who I want to be for this.
R.I.P.
Yeah, oh man, I was upset. Upset. During the mic checks, I had a problem that I wanted to discuss, and what better venue to talk about my personal problems than on a podcast that gets listened to by at least half a dozen folks. Hello, half a dozen folks. Hi, how you doing? You look great today. Stretch. That's right. Bend over. There you go. Good. How do I get my partner to stop buying commemorative/decorative popcorn buckets?
Well, let's look and see my personal history with you and try to recognize how you maybe have enabled her.
Oh, no, I'm the problem.
I've seen you do this multiple times now, Jan. We've only hung out a handful of times in real life.
Oh, no.
And I've seen you get popcorn buckets at least twice, and I think maybe 3 times.
Wait, you're just buying fancy popcorn
okay,
steel
Jan,
buckets?
start from the beginning.
Okay.
Explain it to Backlog.
So this originally started as like a Disney thing, right? Because Disney adults ruin everything. Someone hold the door shut before Mike comes in. Where Disney adults would just want to collect everything, right? And then they started collecting popcorn buckets, and then capitalism really popped off today. And then Disney was like, we're going to exploit all these people like we already are and sell more popcorn buckets. And then folks would just be lining up for these popcorn buckets. And then this carried over to Universal Studios, and then they started releasing commemorative popcorn buckets. And then this also, there's a background popcorn war going on with AMC and other movie chains, where AMC's like, well, we got the good shit when it comes to
popcorn's our turf.
Exactly. And then they were like, yo, you like Thor? Well, here's Mjolnir with hella popcorn in it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
Are they like aluminum? Are they plastic?
Aluminum.
They're PVC piping. It's weird.
Oh, that's a hard plastic. Okay.
And then, I visit the Regal theaters near me because it's the closest theater. And then my partner was like, holy smokes, they got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem one. Let's go get it. And I was like, no, we're not going to get this. We don't need this. Yes, Grubb.
Okay, so you guys collect these things. That's one side of gathering up these items that are cool and you like and spark joy. That is one thing. What happens next, Jan? Is there a display of some sort? Or I'm not to put you on blast. You're podcasting from your kitchen.
Yes.
What's the room situation like when it comes to showing these things off?
I have acquired 3 C-stands, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to do fancy grip stuff with these C-stands. No, they've been used to hold up clothing and hats. But anyway, her excuse for the longest time, God bless her heart, was, I'll use these and I'll put these in my future classroom when she has a classroom as a teacher. Yeah. Now that she has a classroom, she's now taking these popcorn buckets, putting them in her classroom. But now she's thinking, wow, I mean, I have all this space. Like, I should just get more.
Okay, fantastic. It's putting precious items in a classroom is a bold move. That I get it. You want to decorate it, but things happen in classrooms, so tell her to be careful.
You know the most egregious one. I don't know if so I really like popcorn. That's why I asked during the mic check pre-show. But I saw. Okay, hold on.
Oh, is he going to go get these
here we
things?
go.
You can't display the. Oh, they're big. Oh, they're big.
That one's cute. That's really cute. I
That's
like
an old timey one.
Look, this is ceramic. Look at this.
Oh,
that's not you can't. That's not very practical.
No,
right?
not at all. And I was like, why are we putting this on top of the fridge where this could comically drop on either of our heads?
Yeah. I mean, at least we make that fun ceramic breaking sound, which is one of the best breaking sounds that there is.
Yeah.
There's
ooh, ASMR.
What do you keep all your pearls in there? What's happening?
Listen, she's into arts and crafts.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Ooh, you have a really nice echo happening now on account of the bucket.
Yeah, it's actually just a cool effect.
I like. Yeah. How's this effect?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I didn't really want a solution to the problem. I just wanted to put it out into the universe. I like this now.
That's the whole thing with problems. It's better to just state them and then wait for something to happen. I'm pretty sure that's Buddhism. That's Buddhism, I think.
I think you I don't know. Look, as someone who collects a lot of bullshit, I just feel like I don't. You always wonder, what's the line? Where do I draw the line? And I think for me, the line is clearly popcorn buckets. It's just not going to be a thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'll get that Ninja Turtle one now that you said it out loud. That seems cool. But aside from that one,
I'm going to step over the line, but the line's there.
We had a choice between a toy topper, and then I was like, "Oh, can we get Leonardo?" And she was like, "Fuck Leonardo. He's lame. He's a nerd."
Whoa,
wow.
Whoa.
And
fuck Leonardo.
If anyone gives me more shit for liking Leonardo and Cyclops, it is my partner.
No, Cyclops definitely
Cyclops
sucks.
is a weird one because he is didn't he do a big genocide at one?
Isn't he a
cop?
cop?
Genocide in
X-Men do the genocides. They take turns.
But he was really into it. It was weird.
I'm gonna choose to move on.
I'm watching Jury Duty now, so I'm very focused on Cyclops.
That
right
show
now.
is so good.
It's so good.
Cyclops centric life you're leading over there, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, Mutant Mayhem, bee's knees.
It's good.
Yo. It's
good. You liked it?
Oh, it was
really
so
good.
So good.
I can't wait to check. I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I don't want to watch it because these turtles don't seem cool." And I'm like, "They're fucking teenagers."
Wait,
that's
what? Your friend? You know someone who said that to you? And what was your response? Were you just this is where we?
It's on the rocks. I'll say.
It's
on the rocks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It might be time to break up. I was pretty frustrated. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'll state my problem in the universe as well.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Listen, everybody, listen.
It was not Mitch. Everyone, let's let him off the hook. He might think that. I haven't talked to him about it, but it was not Mitch.
Don't be afraid to thin the herd. I'm all about thinning that herd. Okay, get rid of them if they don't.
Yeah, as a 40-year-old man with 2 kids, my biggest problem is too many friends.
Yes. Just get rid of them.
These are all of mine here, right here.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking at everybody.
I recommend watching the Mutant Mayhem movie purely for the 5-minute. This isn't a spoiler. 5-minute tangent the turtles go, just them talking about bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay.
And then it devolves into the 4 of them just going, "Yeah." It was great.
You're in the right city for it. They are. I love it.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
I watched a show on Amazon Prime Video called The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. I need to talk about this to somebody, so you guys are the lucky ones.
Fuck's that, Jeff?
It is. There's no other way to describe it. It's a lady show. It's a show for ladies. Every single character is a lady. But it looked really well made. And apparently it's based on some popular book. And it's about this 9-year-old girl that has experiences tragedy, has to go live with her grandma. It's a good show, whatever. But I'll say, as a guy watching this, I couldn't pin exactly what was happening, because the girl goes to live with her grandma, and her grandma runs this place that's a place. It's like a halfway house kind of thing, where it's this safe place for women to go. But I like see that, and my brain like is trying to process this show, and it sees a bunch of women like out on their own, like not interested in interacting with society. I'm like, I'm pretty sure these are witches. I'm like, this is a show about witches, right? And then I realized, oh, that's what we used to think. Like anytime women would just be alone, we'd be like, well, those are witches. And I'm like, okay, so I still have that inside me. Thankfully, the other side of me is like, but I don't want to burn them. I'm like, just, yeah, you're cool. You're good. Like, you go live your life.
You know, I saw a trailer for that same show, and I thought the same exact thing, Grub.
Yeah, right.
So,
turns out they're not witches. That's just my primitive brain assuming that women alone are witches. So I'm working on it, everybody. I'm trying to be better.
How's
it's a slow
Sigourney
process.
Weaver in it?
She is. She's fantastic. Her Australian accent leaves a lot to be desired, and yet I don't mind at all. Like it takes place in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess I should have added that part.
That changes a lot. Yeah.
And here's where we'd like to introduce that starting today, we have themes and lessons for the Giant Bombcast. Today is about deprogramming your stupid dude brain.
Yes, exactly. I don't want to burn you. I'm going to make that very clear. Even if you're a witch, like you're cool. We're good.
Yes. But if you wrong me in a relationship, then I will pull an usher and let it burn.
Exactly.
Anyone have anything else to talk about that is not related to video games in the unofficial Bants section?
I do not like Mucinex.
Okay.
You doing okay over there, Tam?
Like,
I'm
Tam,
a
you okay?
Ricola person.
Oh,
woke
is this a
up with
cough
a-
drop or?
Is this like a recreational Mucinex or like, or are you dealing with something?
I suddenly woke up with a weird sore throat.
Okay.
oh boy.
Yesterday.
All right.
I think I don't, but it's the only symptom I have. Nothing else. Everything
Okay.
else
Well,
is
that's usually the
completely fine.
precursor to like a cold, as you know.
Yeah. But I think that I got it from drinking way too much cold water.
What? Speaking of witches, what kind of explanation is that?
I drank a lot of cold water.
Listen, I drank so much cold water. Yep, the following day, sore throat as you get when you
It
drink
happens.
a lot
It
of cold
happens.
water.
Have you never had that happen?
No,
That has
that's
always happened
just-
to me. Like my entire life, if I drink
I feel like I can't get enough cold water. I feel like you
like
could
that
you could
has
like
been
shove it down
made
my
up.
throat all day. Okay, please.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but
But-
it's never had any ill effects. Although apparently warm water is better for your digestive system. So occasionally I'll have a warm glass of water, but that's hell.
Ew,
cold
what?
water.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll have a warm. I mean,
Yeah,
unless it's
it's better
coffee
for
or
you.
tea.
It
Like,
is, yeah.
You know, come on.
Sometimes
I-
I'll have just
I'm not
water
proud.
that is like boiled but and let to cool, and then a tiny bit of lemon in there just to like soothe the throat.
That seems incredibly British.
I do the same thing.
No, it's just a good way to keep the pipes clean. You know.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
What
you
other
have a
fruits you
sore
guys put in
throat.
water? Cucumbers. Cucumber slices.
I'm not a fan of that.
Cucumber.
I'll do
It's
it.
actually,
Orange-
I find it very
oranges.
refreshing.
Throw some mint leaves in there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. Make sure you
Lime.
wash it though, please.
Yeah.
I don't know
Is
how
there-
many people we need to tell. This is the third lesson of this bombcast. Wash your goddamn produce.
Seriously.
Yeah. I went blueberry picking over the weekend, and I was eating them off the plant, and I couldn't stop myself. So I'm just all pesticides at this point.
You know what they say? Pesticides are the pesticides.
Jed's laughing because he's like, "Yep, that sounds like grub."
Just imagining this, like not
Yeah.
even that your family went with you, just you.
And it
Just
wasn't
like a
even like
bear
a farm.
coming out of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that story that
Unwashed grub.
that bear that finally woke up from hibernation needs to catch up and get the gains going, just like grubbing a blueberry bush.
Sugar.
It's true. It's true. Grub's the only one I can like actively picture in like a Fred Flintstone outfit, just
Oh
like
yeah,
coming out of the
oh,
woods.
man, that's a good.
You know?
Oh,
Is there any bad Flintstones games? We
Wow.
played that bowling one. It's not that bad.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I need folks to suggest costumes for Tam, Lucy, and I.
We're like, Grub, did you just eat all the honey out of a beehive? And it's just like all over his face.
Yeah,
and he's like,
it's just
no.
like no. What are you talking about?
We
I
need
love
to
the
find
idea that
a
grub
grub.
is all
What's
Winnie the
honey?
Pooh.
It's just yeah.
Oh God, we need to find a grub-sized hole for Grub to get stuck in. All right, working on it. Video games.
Emails.
Okay.
Hey.
I didn't know we could all do that. But I'm just
Yeah, wow, he just declared it.
okay. We're ending the show then. Disney Illusion Island Grub, you and I have played this before. You and I have done a co-op of this with Mike Minotti and Dan. Have you checked it out since our time with it?
I have, yeah. So I got code as I was about to go on my little vacation, so I didn't play much of it before. I started it like in earnest the last couple of days, and it's better than I was expecting. Like, we played it and I had a good time, but I was like, I might be aged out of this exact game. Like, not to say it's like bad in any way. It's just for a different audience, a younger audience, and it's this 4-player game. It looks a lot like Rayman Legends, but there's no combat, and it's they put the hey, no matter what, if you get hit, you're going to be fine. There's no death mode right there out front. Like, they don't even try to hide it. It's like, that's what this game is. You can make it a little bit more difficult, but even if you do, there's still no combat. Even in the boss fights, it's just about platforming. They're not fights. You're just sort of platforming around the bosses and doing things in the room to get rid of them. So I'm like expecting that I would kind of bounce off of it and it wouldn't really jive with me. But what happened is, it's a Metroidvania, and in that it's all one stitched together, big continuous map, and you get to other new areas of the map by finding new items and new abilities that it's ability locked gates, essentially, just like Metroidvanias. And so you get the wall jump, and it's like, oh, and now I can go check out that thing I saw a little bit ago, and all that stuff still works. And then they add on to that effect by making it look really cute and cool. So I was playing as Donald Duck. And it was funny, like, you got the wall jump ability, and the guy's like, here's everyone's, bespoke thing so they can wall jump. And like, Mickey gets a pencil, he can stick into the wall, and he springs off the pencil. Everyone got something cool, and then Donald Duck, getting the shaft like always, he got a plunger, and he was complaining about it. It's like, that's funny. And the animation of him, like, using the plunger, it's gorgeous stuff. They really put out, and this is from Delala, the team that did that Battletoads game that I like. No one else seems to like. I liked it, but it definitely looked beautiful. This is even better looking in a lot of ways. So those two elements, the Metroidvania exploration side of things, and then the gorgeous visuals, really come together to I'm still playing it. I'm still enjoying it. I'm not like playing it every waking minute like I was Pikmin 4 or Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm enjoying it like way more than I was expecting. I would probably put it somewhere in like the 3 to 4 out of 5 range right now. But that means like I like this game. I really do. And I gave it to the kids. They were enjoying it. They were having a good time. They don't fully like, I think Metroidvania is like a little bit sort of above their pay grade. Like, they're like, I can't go forward. And there's words here. I don't read English yet. So that's been an issue for them. But otherwise, they're enjoying it. I think the one complaint about the stuff I enjoy, like, obviously, I think it would have been nice if there's like combat, and it's not, in taking out the combat, they didn't really add something to like replace that or to make it feel like active in some other way. So that's like an issue maybe. The other issue with the way it looks, it's so zoomed out. That when you're playing on the Switch, it's like, man, those characters are just like yay big, and you kind of can't see all those fun details a lot of the time. It zooms in here and there, but I suppose you get used to that. But I think I would have liked it. I'm playing by myself, or not. There's not 4 players right now. Can we zoom in a little bit? But the way that the game works is you need to be seeing all the corners of these rooms so you could see where to go. So they kind of couldn't do that. But still, it's like that kind of got in the back of my head a little bit. But overall, I liked it to a surprising degree is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I think that's where I landed on it as well. When I was chatting with one of the devs at Summer Game Fest, couldn't help but noticing the Metroidvania of it all. And I was asking him, hey, do you see a possibility, even with there being like a no-fail state in this game, like folks speedrunning this game once they unlock all the abilities or sequence breaking it? And then he politely smiled, grinned his teeth, and said, like, I can't talk about more of that, but... So I think if the mobility is catching folks here, and they enjoy the animation and how Donald Duck is getting shafted in this game, and I don't know what's up with the redesign of Goofy these years, but I don't know if I'm a big fan of Goofy looking odder than normal.
Yeah, he definitely has got like huge hobo energy going on, and I like that side of things. But then, like, sort of elongating some of his features is
what?
He's like Waluigi inspired.
Yeah, he's strange Mario Waluigi
Goofy
adjacent.
The original Waluigi.
Man, he's definitely there's a lineage there for sure.
Yeah, it's like Kramer from Seinfeld, Goofy, Waluigi. That's some unholy trinity there.
Yes.
Oh, he's kind of I guess what you're saying here.
Waluigi coded, definitely.
Waluigi coded. He is. All these characters, I think, look a little bit better in the animated show. The shorts that have been out for the last couple of years, which are fantastic.
They're really good.
I can't recommend them highly enough. Doesn't matter if you like Mickey Mouse or not. They are like sort of the successor to Ren and Stimpy without a lot of the gross stuff. It gets wild and it gets like gross adjacent. Like you'll see a lot of bloodshot eyes and stuff.
Yes.
But you're not going to see them like munching on dog food, for example. But it's definitely like in that realm, and it's really good stuff. And I like this game is definitely inspired by that stuff, but it has its own spin on the designs, and overall it's pretty good. Although I think Goofy, I think normally I might have picked Goofy, but I went with Donald Duck, who I like just as much, but I think he looks better in this game than Goofy.
Yeah. Well, going from one illusion to another illusion, which are ghosts, because you can't see through them. The segue game is off.
We got it.
We're almost there. We're almost there. I've been checking out Ghost Trick.
Hell yeah.
I've spent maybe like 2 hours into it, and I vaguely remember playing through this on the Nintendo DS, and I'm glad that it got re-released. And I think I blame Mike Minotti for this because I enjoyed playing inadvertently. I blame Mike Minotti because I enjoyed playing the Sea of Thieves Escape from Monkey Island. Is that correct? And just enjoying like the little story puzzly bits over there. I'm like, oh, wait, Ghost Trick came out again. People like Ghost Trick a lot. And I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Some of these puzzles would be stumping me. A lot of cute characters. I'm just going to have a couple Ghost Trick check-ins as the weeks progress.
Yeah, everyone who's played this game, I've not. I started it actually on the Steam Deck, but just started it, like booted it up basically to get it running. And I'm like, oh my God, I have so much else to play. But everyone who I've talked to about this game doesn't just like it. They love Ghost Trick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this feels like one of those, not hidden gems. Again, everyone talks about it, but it feels like one of those ones, if you missed it, you missed out on something special.
Not that they're the same game, but like I feel like initially it got lost for me in the shuffle amongst like the Phoenix Wright of it all.
Sure.
Where it's like, oh, Phoenix Wright, that's the funner one, even though they're really different games.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing in my brain, but with Professor Layton.
Oh yeah.
Not the same at all. But I'm like, oh, I already have a slot in my brain occupied by one of those character fun, adventure-y adjacent games on my 3DS or DS, whatever it was, DS. And it's so I'm like, I'll try that later. Even though at the time I was hearing good things about Ghost Trick, and then people were saying like the best video game dog and stuff like that. Missil's the name.
Missile.
It's a really good dog. The dog alone may get me to continue playing through, but as we all know here, there are too many games out.
Too many games.
Yeah. Too many games.
I was gonna like save this for the end, but because you brought it up right there, does everyone here intend to play Starfield when it comes out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna posit that it's got a better dog than Missile? Because I assure you it does not.
No, I do not believe that even a little bit.
Do they have ghosts?
But thank you for being honest there. The question I was gonna have is like, what games, or maybe just singular game, are you like, oh, I should finish that before Starfield gets here?
I don't live my life like that. I'm what's it called? I'm an adult.
Adult.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think that the issue is we've had a bunch of games that are quite unfinishable in a lot of ways release in quick succession. Like,
for Scrubs, for sure. Yeah.
There's a lovely spot on about the same topic.
Yeah, exactly. I love how the guy who was like, I don't live my life that way, is now like, yeah, for Scrubs.
Yes.
But like
no contradiction.
Diablo and Baldur's Gate 3, like those are very difficult to finish.
Yeah, I'm like not even like gonna get the twinkle in my eye about Baldur's Gate 3, like finishing it. Like we'll find some fun ways to continue to engage with that game. At least I will, and then but I'm not gonna try to finish it. But
maybe Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy is on my list because I'm near the end of that, and then I had to start traveling, and now I'm back. And I'm like, I could just finish that.
Yeah, here's my particular problem is like I don't want to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I want to finish it eventually, but I don't want to rush it. I am enjoying it too much. But and there's all these other things I want to do in that world. And I know a lot of people are going to I have friends who've yelled at me to finish it because the ending's so good. And they're like, well, just go finish it and do that stuff later. I know once I finish it, I'll be like, well, now I have permission to go try something else, and I won't go back to it for maybe years, if ever. And I want to.
You're Zelda edging.
Yes, I'm Zelda edging. Thank you for putting it so beautifully. And so but I feel like it is like I run the risk if I do that, and then Starfield gets here, that maybe I don't finish Tears of the Kingdom in time for like Game of the Year or something like that.
Well, I feel like you've played enough of Tears of the Kingdom to really.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. But I do want to be able to like talk about the ending and because again, people have talked up the ending a lot. So
Hey, riddle me this: as someone that is not even close to finishing Tears of the Kingdom because I keep finding dumb stuff to do, and other games keep popping off, is Tears of the Kingdom just the never-ending story?
I haven't seen the never-ending story,
motherfucker. There's a Falcor motherfucker.
There is a Falcor. There isn't. I'll tell you what, Jan. With Tears of the Kingdom, the thing that people told me is get all the memories. Those memories, that memory quest.
Oh, you mean the dragon tears?
The dragon tears.
Yeah.
Because I got through that.
Oh yeah, that I did.
Did you get
that? I did.
Oh boy, I popped hard.
There's one tattooed on a mountain, and I can't find it. It's like pissing me off, but. Okay, now I know.
Yes, that is like I think even if you feel like it's so far off from beating it, if you get all those memories, you're okay. I get what this game is going for. That stuff got me good. I was hooting and hollering at like bedtime.
I feel like this game's good, right?
Yeah, I got like chills, and I'm like, I was like, put my daughter to bed as she we're getting ready to read a story, but I'm like, let me just finish this real quick, and then she's like looking over my shoulder. She's like, why are you like hooting and hollering? I'm like, this like I'll try to explain it. This is so good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that.
Huh? We hit like a tiny hurdle, I think, in our gameplay. We're still playing it. We played it the other night, but we're in like the sand area, and we're trying to get to that Gerudo town. And the sand shroud is like a real pain in our behinds.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what do we do? Do we just ride on the sand seal and just hope we like run into it? Like,
well, I mean, if you get in those updrafts, you get above the sand thing, and you can kind of hover over it a little bit.
We did like kind of run into it, but like it was probably the moment of the largest moment of adversity that we faced so far in our playthrough. And when we got to the town, we really just fucking the payoff there was just so overwhelming. This game, I refuse to let this end. We're going to be playing this up until the next, I don't know, year at least.
Yeah, I think the way you guys are playing with you and Dib, it's like I think that's a really great way to do things.
Speaking about stuff that Dib and Jib have been playing. Jeff, you've been checking out Tren?
Tren?
What's
right,
Tren?
Tren is like a game within Dreams that Media Molecule built inside Dreams. And the more I've been thinking about Dreams, and I know you guys told me like, oh, it's going to get like sunsetted for support, and that's kind of sad. I was like, man, in an alternate universe where Roblox is replaced by Dreams.
Sure.
Like, we could have had it.
That beautiful
world. We could have
had
it, everybody.
Yep.
We could have had the right game platform that's open to everybody, be the winning one. But no, instead, we've got motherfucking Roblox. So just know, like, we took the wrong timeline in that fork in the road. Dreams is amazing. I know, like, I'm way late to the party here, but some of the stuff in that platform is amazing. Anyway, Tren is like this Brio train set sort of simulator game where you control a little
Brio
train.
Like
Brio,
bread?
you know what Brio is? Like the wooden.
It's a restaurant at Easton in Columbus, Ohio. Shout out everybody. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Italian food. It's only chicken parms. No, it's like Brio, like the wooden train tracks.
Okay, yeah.
Right? It's basically that and created inside Dreams, but it's all, a lot of like Little Big Planet energy because it is those people developing the game, and you move your way through a series of puzzle-based train courses.
This game was on PC. I would be playing this tonight. The idea of like getting it going on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, it's just something about it like blocks my brain.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm not saying I'm being rational, Backlog.
Yeah.
That I'm just saying I'm explaining what's happening in my brain. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to go searching for stuff on my controller.
Look, I'm with you, okay? Blessing tweeted about it like 3 days ago, and it took me maybe 48 hours to like muster up the energy to actually go and do this.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I understand. You're right. Dreams on PC would be amazing, Arwolves. You're right. It would be sick. But you kind of got to get through like the mini Dreams tutorial until you unlock the marketplace, and then you can finally get into it. But it's so good. It's so worth it. And it feels like a very large game. I played for like 90 minutes and I hadn't even really appeared to scrape the surface. It's all time trial stuff too. A lot of the races. So, you're cutting down on your best times, and it's really, really fun. And it's got this, very twee kind of look to it in the way that I think Little Big Planet captured excellent kind of like photorealistic details and physics and super satisfying puzzle solving all in that package. It's really good. It's on PlayStation Plus, so if you're a subscriber, you've got access to it.
I just realized what Brio is. It's like the kind of block set you see at the doctor's when you go to the doctor.
Yes,
like,
exclusively dentist office waiting rooms.
Dentist. Yes, exactly. Yeah, okay.
And
I get it
and basements around the country.
Yes, your grandma's basement. Yeah,
exactly. So I love it.
This looks amazing.
I really have been in. It's just like it performs really well too. And you're playing this and you're like, holy shit! Like this is all just built inside of the platform. That's what I think. I realize you're gonna be like, oh, people know about Dreams, Bacalar. You don't play enough games, and you're just being a dumb bitch, and you don't know about. No,
I think you're projecting here, Bacalar.
Yeah. Oh no, I say that all the time.
Yeah, that's actually I was like reading my brain right now.
I was reading the inside printout of what Tam is thinking right now. And it's amazing that this game
this looks fun.
It's built in. It's just really good. And there's like little cargo puzzles, and they have like the track selector, sort of like joints in the tracks that you sort of have to make decisions on real quick. And then there's like a little boost. You could also make the train flip. You can derail. There's like fun physics stuff. It's really, really cool.
I'm gonna put this question out in the universe, and if like chat wants to answer, or someone else wants to like email in. My understanding is that Media Molecule is still going to introduce the sort of the groundwork, the footwork to enable people to take their creations and dreams and then put them out commercially. Does that apply to the games themselves, or is it just like things like animations and movies that people are making in Dreams? Can you export like an Unreal Engine sort of thing and then sell this on Steam? Because if you can, they should, and that would rule.
Yeah, that would
but
rule.
I don't. I was like reading the story. I remember we talked about it on Game S Mornings or something. It was like, they listed a bunch of stuff, and I know they listed stuff like animations and movies. I just don't know if like there's a way to export the games themselves. So I would like to see that. I'm watching the gameplay of this, and it's like if this was on Steam for $15, I would just buy it in an instant.
Yeah, it seems like there's so many possible opportunities built off the back of this thing. And again, the whole late to the party thing, it's like I always sort of knew in the back of my mind, like, oh, that's probably a real amazing world, a real amazing universe. If I just opened up the can and kind of like poked my head in. And I did that, especially last night for like a while. And, it really over delivered on expectation. Like it's amazing. And I feel so bad that it's sort of, I'll say it has not gotten, I think, the appreciation it rightfully deserves. So it's a bummer. Dreams is a bit of a sad story, I think,
Yep. It doesn't really have a place in Jim Ryan's Sony either. This was a game that I think started before him. And I don't think he was like, oh, I'm gonna kill this thing. It's not mine. I don't think Jim Ryan's that way. He hasn't been. I just think that it didn't get the PC release that a lot of other PlayStation games got. That would have made sense.
I think it coming to PC at one point, like that would have absolutely revitalized the entire thing. Like, I hope that's not a door that's closed forever. I think it would absolutely take that thing by storm.
It feels like it's done. I feel like they're gonna have Media Molecule move on to something else, and it won't be Dreams.
I just
that's a bummer.
That is a bummer, man. That is an absolute sad ass story.
Yep.
But you'll still be able to check it out. So go check it out. Maybe, I don't know. It's on, it's on Plus now. So, obviously it's like a bit of a Hail Mary for
this looks so good. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play this Tren.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
great.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's great.
I love trains. Kind of want to spend an extended time in a train soon.
It's just that thing is so good. You're playing it, you're
Oh,
like,
there's a helicopter.
What? Yeah, there's helicopters. There's like cool, like just cool jumps, loops, crazy spirals, corkscrews, and you're just like, I want to do this all day.
This is this is a bummer. I wish we chose the Dreams world versus the Roblox world.
Oh my god.
I feel like we didn't get a choice. It just was foisted upon us.
Gosh, I remember we had one of the Media Molecule devs come into demo Dreams for Brad and Ben, and he asked for 2 move controllers, and then this gentleman took like a cylinder and then sculpted a capybara in like within minutes, and it was amazing. Just like I know that folks have said like the tools within Dreams are very difficult with with a controller, but to see what folks could do, like if they really learn the tools or just kind of like I don't know, exploit the tools with stuff like the move controllers, just absolutely wild. Like I think I've tried making stuff in it, and it seemed like the most complicated set of keyframes I've ever seen for like animations.
I just want to be a lurker there, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But I think, if it did come to PC, obviously that opens up a much more easier to use sort of interface.
Totally.
Sad story. Sorry that Dreams.
I'm glad you brought this back, Larry. Though I'm glad we had some conversation about it, because Dreams is just something I don't think about very much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to go into deep sleep to think about Dreams.
And I don't do that anymore.
Something that I started doing though because of you, Jeff Grubb, and I hate you for this.
Hell yeah.
I don't need this in my life.
Yeah.
You brought this evil upon me. You brought these little freaks of Pikmin 4 into my life. I didn't think I needed to control a bunch of little dudes and just throw my dominion onto them. But now I think we're all homies. We're all friends. And I love throwing them all over the place. And then I feel bad. Like I started, Grubb, you didn't tell me that I'd start to feel bad when I'd lose a Pikmin, Yeah,
you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel broken. You're like, this is the only friend in the world I have is this little Pikmin freak. And I threw him to his demise. And there goes his soul off into the ether. And I had to watch that happen because I just did it. I think that's still the biggest hurdle for a lot of people is having to deal with Pikmin dying. But the game recognizes that we're all like fucking emotionally attached to these fictional things, and it's like, we get it. Here's a rewind button. It's almost like automatic save states for like 5 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Just go back before you lost that Pikmin. You might have to redo one thing, but you know how to do that really quickly now. And that Pikmin's back, and now this time don't be an idiot and don't lose them. So that's built in. What always happens is eventually I'm just like, I'm at the end of this game. I've got so many Pikmin. I'm going to lose a couple. Like, I'm sorry. That's what's going to happen. But in the early part of the game, or if it's like one of like the limited Pikmin where it's like, hey, you only get these from caves, and finding the onion to like grow 1 million of them is still, it's elusive until the late game. I'm like a little bit more careful with those for sure. But the red Pikmin, you guys are soldiers. We're going to lose a few of you for sure.
Yeah. By design. I didn't. Controversial take here. I didn't really enjoy Tinykin too much.
When were you gonna tell the rest of the group about that?
Hey, everyone was just so high on it. I'm like, well, not for me exactly. It's cute.
What's your overall state on platformers? Like, I
love platformers. I'm a Jack and Daxter type of guy.
Okay.
I wish that was the skew we went down, but then Jack decided to get really into guns. And he got militarized.
Yeah, he was compensating for sure.
Yeah.
Drives a Ford F-150.
Yes, he's a really souped up Forerunner. I love platformers. I just think the management of all those little dudes, and I think I had a weird negative connotation with Pikmin for whatever reason that it just threw me off of Tinykin.
Yep.
But finally checking this out, if folks are at all curious, the demo will do wonders in really spelling out whether or not you're going to like this game or not, and I wound up buying it immediately.
Yeah, I think the thing was surprising. It was I remember we talked last week, and you're like, the demo is going to be good, right? I'm like, yeah, and like if you want to get it after that, sure. And I was surprised, like you jumped right in, so it won you over.
Yes.
What was that process? What happened?
I think as we all know, I like games with tiles, but I also like games with a bunch of homies in it, like a big party. And then just all these little Pikmin felt like a big party. Still feel a little bit weird about the dog in the game not having a snout, but I'm looking past that now. I think it's it oddly reminds me, and maybe Patapon is inspired by Pikmin, probably. But like just having a bunch of little dudes and like the almost controlled chaos happening at all times, and just like having to juggle all these dudes and like get more dudes, and then like, okay, like, you know what, there's an obscene amount of you guys right now, but I care about all of you. Let's get the hell out of here, please. Please. And yeah, I think it's just it balances that really well, and it's just really weird, and I think I like when Nintendo gets weird.
Yep. This is Pikmin's been one of their weirdest franchises for like 20 years. This is the one where it's like they balance that weirdness with like their best sensibilities of making sure that people feel good about playing it, and all those pain points are reduced.
Yeah.
Pikmin used to be a much more painful experience in terms of,
right,
hey, you are going to be running up against this time limit, if not just like the daily time limit, but you're going to have 30 days to get this done. And if you take one extra day, you lost the game. And so you need to rewind by these days. And back then it was just like go back to day 28 and start from the beginning, not just rewind like a couple of minutes. And it was okay, so I got to be more efficient this time and do all the same things I just did, but now I just need to do it faster so I could do extra things. And there was I got into a groove with that, but I think that is a kind of game design that is pretty rare for most game developers these days. I think they realize most people don't necessarily find that very fun, or their anxieties get to them is actually what's happening there. And so here it's like they maintained a lot of like the good stuff about those pain points, but really the pain is much reduced, and they're not worried about punishing you or making you feel like you're going to get punished. And it's just about that good loop of going out in the world, find stuff, getting more Pikmin, and then being able to do more stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and overall the game is just obscenely charming. There's a little Pikmin there right there with a gimmick. Yes.
That's awesome.
She was listening to the Bombcast, had to run down the stairs.
She's like, let me get my prop.
Papa, please.
Father, I have a Pikmin.
That is what they're like right now.
And then it just like, excuse me for my ignorance, but I just wondering, like, did Pikmin not really take off in the way that Nintendo was expecting it to? Because I feel like they could have exploited the poop out of all of these Pikmin in the same way that Pokemon is exploited constantly.
Yeah, it definitely didn't take off until seemingly this one. This one's doing very, very well, especially in Japan. But worldwide, it's doing pretty good. And before this, it was definitely like not even a tertiary franchise for them. It was like below that level. So
below or above ARMS?
I would say that it was for a long time there like a pretty ARMS equivalent, but now it's it's moving above ARMS now.
Okay, so it's right next to 1-2 switch.
Yeah, basically yes. Now it was more like than those 1-2 switch games and even ARMS. It had its fans, but in terms of sales or like wide popularity, Pikmin's always struggled until this point.
Do you think a bear has accidentally eaten a Pikmin?
Yes,
absolutely. Accidentally, I don't think. On purpose, yes.
Yeah, that seems on purpose.
Has anyone played anything else before we get to the game of the week? Or want to talk about anything else before we get to the game of the week?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure is surprisingly good.
It's a banger. It's a banger. It's so good.
As soon as I can afford it, I'm gonna get an Apple TV and start playing that. You gotta save money, but
the kids would enjoy it. You have enough Bluetooth controllers that.
Oh yeah, we're good there.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I'm looking into it. I'm excited. I'm glad to hear that people like it.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone, Bacalar is the baddest Maru of the crew. I feel like Grub is
What's
like
that mean?
Pachaco.
Definitely, always say that.
Can you explain that?
Tam, who do you want to be in the Sanrio crew?
Choco Cat.
Oh yeah, you're Choco Cat, Choco Tam. I'll just be like Kuropi. I'll just be Kuropi.
You're talking.
Yeah, Kuropi
and I don't
is fun.
Get it?
So we get to the game of the week. Speaking about bears, Baldur's Gate 3. Gentlemen, Tam, you and Lucy did a quick look, and then Grub, Dan, and I.
Oh boy, did we!
Oh, I was just scrubbing through the timeline, and that was the first thing I saw. And then Grub, Dan, and I checked out the multiplayer for a bit last UPF. Boys, gentlemen, thoughts, opinions. You like it? You don't like it? How long have you been playing it?
Yeah, Tam, how far into are you into it now?
So I am like 8 hours in now, or something like that. I restarted so I could roll a new character. And I'm not currently playing role playing as Patches, the Unbreakable from Dark Souls 3.
Sure.
Because I realized that there's a shove ability, which means that I can push people off cliffs now, and there's also a subclass that focuses on displacement, which means that I can put people in weird situations and put them in. So I am fully leaning into role playing as Patches, the Unbreakable from Dark Souls 3. So that's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. I've also given him the Dark Urge, which means constantly his internal monologue is like, maybe I should cut this person. Maybe I should steal from them, which is a very Patches approach.
That rules.
So yeah, it's really good. Like, it is very, very good.
I mean, that seems to be, that's like my big question is like, and it seems like the answer is obviously yes, but the question is, like, you are coming out for most of these play sessions with your own interesting stories that are yours, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing where it is the quintessential Dungeons and Dragons experience. There's been so many games. I mean, most games are built on the foundation of Dungeons and Dragons, especially role-playing games. But like, there's never been a game that feels as accurate to a Dungeons and Dragons experience, in my estimation, as Baldur's Gate 3 has, just because of the open-endedness in pretty much every facet of the game, whether that's character creation, like combat, or even like how you approach different challenges. It is very much around that moment where you have that one idiot in your party who's like, I'm gonna stick my finger up that monster's butt, and you're like, okay, God, roll for it, I guess. And that is the kind of thing that this game enables, where it's like, you can do the dumbest thing possible, and somehow the game will try and make it happen for you. Yeah, like a good DM would. And I think like that's the kind of heart of why people are really, really loving it. It means that you can come at it from whatever experience level, diverse experience levels, and still find the fun in it. I feel like the one stumbling block for a lot of people will be the combat itself, which is both intricate and like very multi-layered, but also not fully explained super well, and also can be quite like a lot unexpectedly difficult at times. Yeah. Even on like the low difficulty settings, I've seen people on Twitter be like, this game needs to figure out, learn what easy means a bit better. It is like ruthless, but
it's at the same time, think about, right? Because anything can happen in a battle. So it's like,
yeah, exactly.
I always find like that happened with me in Divinity Original Sin 2, where it's like, everything's on fire and I'm not ready for that. Like, my characters are not equipped to deal with a room that's entirely on fire. And I'm like, well, that's just, you figure it out. And I'm like, I don't know how.
Yeah, it does. Like, the difficulty does push you to try and think about other play styles. Like, maybe my approach, like, you might think, oh, maybe I'm just not good at combat, so I need to try and spec my character and build my playthrough as someone who is very combat avoidant. And you can do that. Like, you can up your charm, you can, skirt around battle and talk your way out of it, or like charm people, whatever it may be. And it's just every dead end is another opening of a door in this game.
So, very intimidating, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Backlog, you seem scared of this game.
I'm scared of this game. I also don't think I understand it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of like a thing that is really popular, but I just like cannot understand why.
Anime.
No, like country music, right? Like, I don't get it.
Taylor Swift.
Although Baldur's Gate isn't stupid, country music is stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's tough. Like, I hear all these people talking about it.
Final Fantasy. There you go. That's another thing.
Yeah, but like, well, sure. But I play Final Fantasy and I like the most recent one. But again, the barrier to entry on Final Fantasy is just getting through those fucking god awful cutscenes that are so bad and stupid.
For audio listeners, he was melting while saying that, just so you know.
Yeah, yes. I actually think I pulled something. But I feel like Baldur's Gate is just this much more impenetrable force field than any of the other things we just talked about.
So the big thing about it is it does expect you to bring a certain level of knowledge, like Tam was saying, for the combat of how D&D like engagements work. Like you need to, and it doesn't, at least as far as I could tell, it's not like stopping to explain a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I understand. Like it's always like, oh, you got to roll to see if that was good.
Yeah, but it's like right, exactly, and that stuff is like, I get that, but there's in terms of like, okay, I do want to try to do this one thing. How is that even possible? Oh, maybe it's one of these 50 buttons on your hotbar. Yeah. It's like, okay, that's obviously it's not impenetrable, but it is the kind of thing where you would have to, at least as far as I'm concerned, when I'm playing this game, trial and error my way through things so much that it's like it could easily just get overwhelming and I would give up.
Yeah.
So you've really convinced me to not even try.
Well, I mean, maybe this will convince you, Backlog. I've already thought about re-rolling my character that I spent like 6 hours several times now. I'm like, I wish I did that instead, or I wish I was save scumming this game. That's gonna get you to buy in, right?
Maybe I don't
what
know.
if I told you could hang dong?
Yeah, I heard there's like good old fucking in this game, and that's a breath of fresh air, is it not? I guess I don't know. I think like I'm more worried about like where am I gonna find like the 4 hours I need to like even start, right? Like what's the minimum time sink into this where like I can wrap my head around it?
I don't think you need that much time. Like I think that if you get to a point where you understand that this is not a game about making like dramatic progress and like ticking off quest boxes and making significant like forward momentum, and it's instead about jumping in, doing a thing, maybe experiencing a unique little story and then jumping out, you can definitely make it more manageable, especially if you have something like a Steam Deck or a Asus ROG Ally. Like you can just turn it on, do a battle. The battle itself will be wild. Like it'll be quite involved, and you'll come out of it being like, I cannot believe that I summoned rain to put out a fire, and then used electricity to conduct it and killed all these enemies in one big explosion, etc., etc. And you can leave it there, or you can do like a little bit of a quest. You can chat to people. I've had sessions where it's just been like half an hour, and I've left it feeling like that was a good time.
And I think a lot of the stuff is like that is easy to get, is like interacting with characters, using your charm ability, like the dice rolls. So I think it's like you can simplify the game by your choice of character and class. Like if you don't like, the spell system is a little confusing. It's obviously a lot of people get it. We would all get it eventually. But if you want to like, don't want to add another layer of like, oh, I need to learn how this works, you just play as a warrior or play as a rogue or something like that. And they'll have their own abilities, but for the most part, it's like, well, in battle, I'm just swinging a sword or swinging an axe, and that's easy to understand. And then maybe I can have fun by interacting with the environment and stuff like that, and trying to create magical things happen that way. But it is a game you're going to have to like meet halfway, and then you need to be able to. You have to be. It's like Hitman in a lot of ways. You got to like bring your own creativity to it a little bit. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's more intimidating in your mind than it actually is.
Yeah, sure.
Like once you start playing, you'll find, oh, this is just you've got the kind of language of RPGs to give you a jump start on this stuff. You don't need specific D&D experience. Like you've played enough video games to be very competent immediately.
Yeah,
and also the original like early access version of it, the initial startup area, the Nautilus was fucking long. It was, and they have trimmed that down to like a 5-minute thing, and it is so much better because of it.
Yeah, I even jumping into that multiplayer session with Grub and Dan, it just took maybe like a couple minutes to figure out the systems, and albeit it's just the beginner systems, but the training wheels came off relatively fast. It was just getting used to that combat, and then realizing like, okay, like we have movement points, and just figuring out the energy, but man, dwarves can jump.
The biggest thing with the multiplayer is, and this is why it was never going to work with Dan, and Dan fully admits this, like you have to recognize you are someone in other people's story as well. And so like every action you do can have ramifications on this entire group. And so you're going to have to think about things before you do them, unless you'd like. We just did the chaos run, and that was fun in its own way. But if you want to like have an actual D&D story campaign where you're progressing and you go from one place to the other, and it feels like an adventure, you're going to have to be a little bit mindful of like how your actions affect others. And that, so if you go to talk to someone and you're like, well, I want to say the funny thing here, well, you're probably going to start a fight. And that's probably going to be a fight that everyone's going to be in. And so, and you have no idea, like if you're in a town, they're probably way more leveled up than you are, and they're going to be way more powerful, and you're just going to die, and everyone's going to die. And that's going to be the story here.
And we'll all go to jail.
Or we'll go to jail. And then, but that's like, well, that's fun. I got to the point, but when we ended up in jail, I'm like, that's really fun in its own way. Again, we played how we wanted to play, and the game is doing its best to accommodate that. And that's what I really appreciate about Baldur's Gate 3. That's the thing that's really drawing me in. It's like a game is doing the thing that I kind of always dreamed of getting to that point. And here we are. And so I want to reward it by giving it some of my time. But just I got to like not even put in my head that I'm going to beat it. I just need to go in and get a couple of those experiences like Tam was talking about. That's going to have to be the way I play it.
Yeah, that part definitely seems overwhelming of trying to beat it, but I feel like in my short time with it, I've already had several encounters that are interesting. I have not wanted to wife or husband anyone up just yet, but I remade little Black Lesnar in my own game because I needed that little meatball to just suplex his way through this world. Still playing the loot very, very poorly. We should play more of that multiplayer. That was fun.
I agree.
I think that is the closest I will ever get to playing D&D properly. D&D in itself, I love that it's been having this boom for forever now. It's just that is something that has always been intimidating, but I've always been curious to like, maybe one day I'll find a DM. Maybe we'll just hire a DM.
Yeah, we should do that eventually. Hire a DM and just do one among the staff. I think that would be fantastic. But in the meantime, this game is, I think, filling that gap. And let's play some more of that multiplayer. I still have your character. Let's keep it going. Let's
put him in your pocket. You can't go anywhere.
and smuggle him out of jail. Here we go.
All right, folks. Well, I think that does it for games. I think we're gonna go take a quick break.
Emails.
I can't stop it. If someone just says a segment, I'm just gonna press the button.
It's Pavlovian conditioning.
Oh no! Oh no! All right. Well, I'm gonna resist pressing another button. If anyone who wants to, any segments you want to call out right now? No.
Shout outs.
Oh, there's no music for that yet. I'm just gonna steal the Bodega Boys soundboard again, and just do that over the Romeo Zantes.
Hell yeah!
All right, folks. We'll take a quick break, and we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Yeah. How bad do you want it? Can you feel it in your veins? Blood, sweat, and tears. You get stronger from the pain. Can you handle the pressure when they calling out your name? 10 seconds on the clock. Shoot your shot. Make it rain. See the look in my eyes. I'm in the zone. Call it out. Put the gloves on. We can get it on. Knock you out. Heart of a lion. Stronger than I am. I am not afraid to step in the fire. Block all the hate like a goalie. Keep shining bright like a rollie. There ain't no competition. We just gon' keep on winning. Are you ready? Let's go. You wanna win? Hustle. Play a game. How it goes? Get ready. Let's go. Go harder, go home. 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 They can't stop you. No, they can't stop you. No, they can't stop you. They can't stop you. No, they can't stop you. Don't let them stop you. Back against the wall, beating all the odds. Yeah, are you gonna score when it's time to ball? Overcome your fears. Never thought you'd make it this far. Power on overdrive. Your hunger won't let you fall. Doors opening up like a butterfly. Opportunities here. Now you decide. How bad do you want it? Do you feel it in your stomach? Are you gonna go harder? Let somebody steal your moment. Are you ready? Let's go. You wanna win? Hustle. Play a game. How it goes? Get ready. Let's go. Go harder, go home. 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 Go harder, go home.
내온빛 찬란한 밤 왠지 두근거리네 오늘 밤 누구든지 사랑할 것만 같아 휘황찬란한 오늘 이 밤 느껴봐 흥분되는 이 밤 모두 다 내게 맡겨봐 지금 이 순간
News. We are back. What? You don't call segments out, Scout.
Emails.
God, I can't not do it. Okay.
Wow.
I have some news. First one is has been a secret owner of the Doctor Who account on Instagram for years now. Jan, what the hell's going on over there?
Okay, I honestly don't know how I got it. I really don't remember how I came across the Doctor Who Instagram because I don't know. I feel like I didn't join Instagram immediately and think like I gotta secure all the names because otherwise I would have. Will you relax? You don't have the story.
Wait. What's happening?
So
okay.
If you go to Instagram, you can go in your browser, Backlar.
Yeah, like I normally do.
And if you look up the username,
browser person. Okay.
Doctor Who, it's me. I own it.
It's
You're
Jan.
you're DRWHO.
No, doctor, like the whole word.
DOC.
DOCTOR.
Who.
Oh, and Doctor Who is BBC Doctor Who. Okay.
Yeah, they had to differentiate because I have.
So wait, you've made 0 posts.
Because I don't know what to do with this.
You sell it to whatever the thing is.
Here, BBC, if you want it, just make me a companion for one episode, please.
No.
Yeah.
Sell it for something valuable.
That's valuable to me, Bacalar. You have no idea.
Get, residuals, yeah.
You have no idea. I popped on to Game S Mornings because I couldn't contain myself, but I'm a recovering Whovian. All right.
Well, I don't know what that means. I think how long have you had this account, by the way?
An obscenely long time. I don't even think I have my own name on Instagram. Will you quit it, dude?
Were you?
But you are the real
How
doctor,
did
so
you
you
get
kind of
this
do.
account? This is crazy.
I don't know. You know what? Okay.
It's wild that they haven't come for you.
I get DMs all the time asking like, "Can I take it? Can I take it?" From like
But
random
yeah,
people.
you can take it, stranger. Get the
Is it
fuck
from
out.
randos or is it from like
randos? As far as I know, the official Doctor Who accounts have never reached out to me, and I put my name there so they can find me. But yeah, I don't know. I still have the password and I have the email account. Like that's all there.
Have you always had your full name in the bio there?
Yes.
I still think this needs to be monetized somehow.
BBC, get at me. Not folks, you know what I'm.
See, here's the thing, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice.
Here's the thing, then.
Yes, Tab.
You've requested the BBC get at you to be on Doctor Who in exchange for this. I think you've made the wrong move here.
Okay,
I agree.
Well,
I think
we
the
can edit
move.
the show.
I think the move. Wait, is it?
Because all you're doing now, listen, all you're doing now is admitting that you realize it's not a relevant account to your own self. Like, I feel like there's this eminent domain thing that can happen.
Okay, all right. Well, let's log back into Doctor Who then.
I was gonna say the move is to get on the Great British Bake Off, but I can't remember if BBC is part of that or if that's Channel 4
It could
now.
be Channel 4.
Here's what you do.
That's Channel 4 now. Damn.
You get a picture of Patrick Klepek when he had the most fro and say, "I love the real Doctor," and just post that.
Or you have to change your last name to Who and become a doctor.
Well, that too.
Okay. All right. Well,
just put a 1970s filter on Patrick Klepek.
Will
and
it
then
still
post
count if I get engaged and then eventually marry 90s/early 2000s action star Kelly Hu, most notably from Surf Ninjas and
she doesn't spell
Scorpion
WHO,
King.
does she?
No, it's HU. It's HU.
I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago.
Well, there you go. Well, damn, now I got it in.
Well, now there's a connection. Now
Let me tell you, Jan, not to objectify her, but like she has not aged. She looks incredible. Like,
got it going
perfect. Just perfect. I was like, damn, that is unfair.
Respectfully.
Yep.
Surf Ninjas.
Of course. So anyway, you're getting sued somehow.
How am I getting sued? I've had this name.
Yeah, it's his name.
This is my name. I'm Doctor Who.
Okay, I'm sorry for the derailment. I'll get us back on here with Pokemon Presents happened today. And they had a bunch of news. The big headlines are Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet DLC coming September 13th. It's going to have a bunch of new Pikmin that have been released before, or new variations of Pikmin or Pokemon. Jesus, boy, my brain's broken.
Pikmin.
Pokemon. They're going to have more details about Part 2 later, but they were teasing like, oh, there's going to be all kinds of new Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know if that moves the needle for you at all, Jan. Like, oh, new Pokemon. There's been new Pokemon a lot, and that doesn't seem to be doing much for you.
No,
I love the idea of them coming out and being exasperated and just being, there's going to be new Pokemon, and then moving.
Exactly.
It hasn't done much for me at all. I saw this and I'm like, okay, sorry, excuse me. We quit it. I scanned through the news and just looking at the announcements, and I'm not entertained by any of this. I don't think I care anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So the other things that happened, you can get Mew and Mewtwo in an in-game event. Mythical Pokemon Mew and Legendary Pokemon Mewtwo will debut. Special codes in Terra Raid Battle event from September 1st through September 18th, 2023 seems to be a way to get it. Pokemon Paldean Winds is a new animated web series about Paldea Academy students. It's coming soon on the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Detective Pikachu is going to return. Obviously, we heard about this. The Switch version. It's a Switch exclusive, October 6th. Solve mysteries in Rhyme City with Pikachu and Tim Goodman. Pokemon Path to the Peak is another short animated series premiering on August 11th. It follows Ava and Oddish in Pokemon trading card gameplay. So it's a card game animated short series. There's going to be updates to all the mobile games, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sleep, Unite, Pokemon Masters EX, and Pokemon Cafe Remix. Likely all getting new Pokemon and variations along those lines. And then the thing I actually care about is Nintendo's adding 2 classic Pokemon games to the Nintendo Switch Online library. One of them is Pokemon Stadium 2, which you can get if you're in the extra tier or the I forget what they called it, but the $50 per year version of Nintendo Switch Online. And then on the base version, you get the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy for Game Boy Color. And I am interested in trying that out. It's a game I've always wanted to play. This is how I want to engage with the trading card game. I don't want to play the real one, but I'll play a video game that is based on the original version of the trading card game. Because my understanding is it's changed a lot, and I don't care. I'm just going to play this.
It is changed significantly since the original Game Boy Color game in radically different and maybe overall toxic ways. But I still enjoy the game.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. So that's with Pokemon Stadium 2 and Pokemon Trading Card Game. In terms of the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, the trading card game was the last announced Game Boy game to come out. Pokemon Stadium 2 was announced almost a year ago, and it's finally there. That leaves 1080 Snowboarding, Excite Bike 64, and Mario Party 3 still to come. And again, these were all announced about a year ago. They're fine. It seems like they might start finally coming out like one per month starting next month. Now that we're getting Pokemon Stadium 2 this month. So, yeah, I guess if you Nintendo Switch Online, there you go. Enjoy that. Pokemon overall, though, I don't know. It seems to be in a weird spot. I think people were expecting maybe to get a remake announced here, or maybe even a Legends or like a Let's Go, and none of that happened. So, yeah.
When you were teasing this on Game Mess last week, I was really crossing my fingers for another Let's Go, because I feel like Let's Go is a good starting point or jumping on point for a lot of folks to get back into Pokemon, or for folks to begin their journeys. And even the battling system, which is my main draw to the series, was pretty decent in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That I was hoping they'd do something like that, because the Diamond and Pearl remake that came out, was that last year, 2 years ago now?
It was recently, yes.
Fairly recently.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy it because it was too much of the original games, and nothing really they didn't really change much for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I was also secretly hoping for another Legends Arceus, because that was a surprisingly very good fresh take on the game.
Yep, that was people were mentioning that, and I was like, it seems a bit too early for that. But I mean, even just confirming that that's what they're working on or something like that could have been cool. But they'll have another chance. There will be another Pokemon Presents in a few months, and they will probably talk about something along one of those tracks of Pokemon alternatives at that point. Legends is the one I'm most excited about, but I also want to see what they do with Black and White, which is the next remake that is due. And that's going to be a tough one, because that has the really good DS visuals that people are really nostalgic for now. And that's not what they've been doing with the remakes. They've been doing 3D remakes. And it's like, that seems like a huge downgrade for Black and White. So I kind of want to see what they end up pulling off there. Maybe that's the time to pull the trigger on something like an HD 2D equivalent, but we'll see.
Yes, just give it to the folks that make Octopath. Do it.
Yep. Just borrow this. Say, hey, can we borrow your effects engine here? Okay. Red Dead Redemption returns, but not everyone is happy about it. Red Dead Redemption is coming to Nintendo Switch and PS4 on August 17th. These are basically just ports of the game that cost $50. It will include the Undead Nightmare DLC. A physical edition will be released later on October 13th. The ports are being done by Double 11 Studios, which has done a lot of other ports, and it's coming to PS4, so it'll run on PS5. This is basically the same exact thing as the backward compatible version on Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One, in terms of how it's going to run and how it's going to look. You will probably actually even get a better looking game from the Xbox version, because that's going to have like auto HDR and things like that. But it just seems like them saying, hey, it's already, people are buying it to play on Xbox, let's just do the same thing on Switch and PS4. The wild thing to me is still no PC. What is going on over there?
What is going on?
Yeah, I don't understand why. I guess maybe it's easier to put it on the Switch and the PS4, but if you're doing all this work, I guess maybe a PC version could come later. I don't know. But people aren't happy because they were hoping for a big remake, and this is just the furthest thing from that. It's just a port. Any interest among you guys to replay Red Dead Redemption?
No. Yes.
Yes, there is for you, Tim, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'll take every opportunity to replay Red Dead.
You will.
Yeah, especially in a portable situation. I would have loved if it was a PC version, but I feel like the expectation for a PC version is way higher than the expectation for a Switch or console release. Like, once you move an old game like that over to PC, people want like much more investment in new features and etc. etc.
I'm curious to see how it runs on Switch. I think that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was an Xbox 360 PS3 game, right? It should be fine.
Is it going to be a cloud version or?
No. It should run fine. It's a native version, and it's aiming for 720p, 30 frames per second, and the game it's a 30 frames per second game. Like, it runs 30 frames per second everywhere. So it's to be 720, 30 in handheld mode, and then on docked mode, it's going to be 1080p 30. So that's that's the goal. That's like what they're trying to do with any game on Switch. So it doesn't seem like they're even downgrading it at all, and they shouldn't have to. It should just run fine on the Switch, but we'll see about that in just a little bit, right? Just about a month. Square Enix's share price has dropped because it said the thing that it always says. Square Enix's share price dropped to nearly 15% following its Q2 2023 earnings release. Revenue increased 14% year on year, but profits dropped around 65%. But the share price dropped from 6,366 yen to as low as 5,457 yen because, as Bloomberg cites from three sources, the company said in its earnings call that Final Fantasy 16 did not meet the high end of its expectations. If that sounds familiar, Square Enix has said games have not met its expectations pretty much every quarter for as long as you've been alive.
they never. Yeah. Every time they put out a game that's successful, they're like, man, that game fucking did not do any numbers.
Just disappointed.
Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah. Why not an A+? Yeah, exactly.
Are you a Pakistani dad? What's going on?
That's what it feels like, because this game sold 3 million copies really fast on the PS5, where it is exclusively available, a system that only is at just now hitting 40 million consoles worldwide. Spider-Man 2 is going to come out later this year, and it will sell faster than Final Fantasy 16, but it's not going to sell that much faster than this. Like, this is just Square Enix being inconceivably stupid. I do not get it.
I'd love it if they were like, well, sadly, unfortunately, our team at IDOS Montreal didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And it's like, what are you talking about? You got rid of them. But yeah, but somehow it's their fault.
But just look at that whipping boy over there. Yeah. This is pretty absurd. The stock price will likely bounce back, and this will probably be fine. But it is just, at a certain point, it becomes comical. Square Enix and their expectations, and here we are again.
Square Enix, name one game that did well challenge. Impossible difficulty.
Right, yeah. We dare you. We dare you. Yeah. Just try it. Just try it and see how you feel when you say the words. It met our expectations. Yeah. They're too afraid. A big part of this for them is Final Fantasy 15. What did sell pretty well and was, but that was available across platforms and was pretty, in the heart of the cycle. So the hardware cycle. So yeah, it had a lot of advantages that Final Fantasy 16 absolutely did not have. It was at a disadvantage. So they will probably rush that PC version out, I think, here pretty soon. I think after 6 months after this release, so maybe even by the end of this year or early next year. So look out for that. Okay, let's see here. This year's Call of Duty is, in fact, Modern Warfare 3. Again, obviously, there was a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 before. They're just naming this the same exact thing as they did with Modern Warfare 2. It is coming November 10th. Sledgehammer Games, which was responsible for 2017's World War II and 2014's Advanced Warfare, is developing the game. Modern Warfare 3 is a continuation of last year's Modern Warfare 2. It's the first time they've done that in consecutive years, had a sequel to the previous one. It was originally planned as a major expansion for Modern Warfare 2. The DLC evolved into a full game, and now it is like a full Call of Duty game. It has everything that you would consider to be a full Call of Duty. Backlog, you're a Call of Duty boy. How are you feeling about this?
So this has a campaign too, right?
It has a campaign.
Cool. That doesn't matter. I don't play those, but I think I just think I'm I'm kind of surprised that they did this, because I think they might have better success with people. Well, I don't know. I just think to go full price again with a brand new game is a bit of a gamble here. I don't think there's been a lot of momentum with the past game, and obviously the one before that.
Right.
Right.
And also like Warzone is like treading water at best, right? Like people are not
seems
even,
like all these things are just kind of like on the other side of favorable. So I don't know. I think they have to do a little bit of like reinvention a little bit. You know, again, it's anecdotal, but like I found the bounce off rate to be a lot shorter. The time spent with that game in the last 2 years, and I don't know what they can do, right? Like, I just don't know what they can do.
So they are trying something a little bit different this time in that the maps and modes from Modern Warfare 2 are just going to be straight up in this game. So it's like they really are going to try to have more connective tissue. It's just, I mean, I think you spoke this, Backlog. This is the weird one to do that with because the momentum isn't there. Had they done this with Modern Warfare 1 and the next year was like Modern Warfare 2 is here and it's building on everything we did in Modern Warfare 1, that probably would have worked better. This one, it's like, no one cares about Modern Warfare 2.
These games need to get the Mario Kart treatment. Do you know what I mean? Like, they need to almost add some sort of like universal kind of like, fluency to all these games where like you are just, there's like this legacy archive thing that everything is available and it doesn't feel like you're sort of like missing out on anything when you quote unquote upgrade year over year. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm always down to try it. I think there is like this sort of non-specific special sauce that sometimes these games are able to cultivate that give them the legs that they sometimes have. The 2019 one being the best example, where it just obviously coupled with a pandemic didn't hurt either. But I think there are like certain sort of characteristics that add to all these things coming together. But I don't know. It's been very stale lately for me. I'm not necessarily excited for this one. I think there is a bit of a honeymoon period that everyone really experiences at the start of these things where you jump in, you're like, oh, all right, like let's go. This is great. Let's do it. And then in those first couple weeks are the make or break.
Yeah, you want to see like how fast is it going to sour? And it's like with Modern Warfare 1, it took a long time before people were like, I'm burnt out on this. Modern Warfare 2, it was very quick.
Yeah, like last year you pop into the multiplayer and the entire UI is like indecipherable, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I don't even understand what I'm doing in here. It's like HBO Max.
Wasn't Call of Duty the one that people like found out was designed by the same person that did Hulu, and everyone hates the Hulu interface? Like, the Hulu interface does suck, by the way. Sucks.
I honestly think they're all dog shit. I don't think there's any one that stands far and away above all the others. I think they're all dog shit. I'm sorry. I realize that's a team's job to put together the UI for all these OTT software. It sucks. Universals suck. But yeah, I found it unnavigatable. I had no idea, like truly cryptic interface. But I mean, I'll play with my COD friends, my normie friends. They'll all jump on it. That's the thing too. Like all these games sell incredibly well. Like everyone's still gonna fucking buy this.
Yep. It's almost like they're going to buy it no matter what. We're just like talking about like what is the sentiment going to be, and that that will have an effect on Warzone. Like Warzone 2 is definitely paying the price a little bit, but it's still making a lot of money. It's still very popular. This is probably going to launch alongside Warzone 3.0. I think Warzone 2.0 wasn't as welcome at the time because everyone was still enjoying Warzone. I think this time people will welcome it because reset all the bad stuff you did with Warzone 2. So. Yeah. We'll see. They have not really said much about that, but we will probably begin hearing more of these things in game because it seems like they're going to actually announce a lot of these details in Warzone 2. So look out for that.
Yeah, time and time again though, like I still want to know. I still want to play it. I still want to do the multiplayer because I'm still okay at it. I can still kind of fuck shit up.
What's your KDR?
Play with us, then we'll ruin that.
It's well over like 1.2. I'm in like the 1.4s, 1.5s.
Yeah, the 1.5s is where I would. It was like if I got to 1.5, I'm like, okay, I feel good about this.
Yeah.
I was usually in like the 1.4s though. Okay, let's see here. Wrestle Quest gets last minute 2-week delay. Wrestle Quest's launch has been delayed to August 22nd. It was announced 3 hours before the original release date of August 8th. The delay was due to a serious technical glitch causing potential loss of save game progress. The game is developed by MegaCat, published by Skybound Games. Coming to everything pretty much. We have it. Dan's been playing it. We were going to do a quick look, but now we're like, we'll just wait till it's going to come out a little bit later. But yeah, that's a weird thing. But I suppose it's better than putting it out with this broken thing and be like, we'll update it in a little bit. This is probably the right move. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Our reviewer had this bug.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's not like
it was rough. Yeah.
Okay.
They like cards on the table. Like they did figure it out and restored the save games for him, but I don't think that's. I mean, that was a very focused case where they could target him and his setup and his specific game and fix it. I imagine they need to do way more work to fix that for the potentially thousands of players that will pick it up. Yeah, our review for it came out yesterday, and I don't think it's an outlier to say that it didn't get a particularly good review.
Yeah, I mean, Dan talked about it last week and said he's not loving it for a variety of reasons. But I was like, is this particular to Dan? Because the humor wasn't hitting with him was the big thing, or the writing, or the tone, I guess. But it seems like that's not the only problem, and it also seems like a lot of people have similar issues. So yeah.
Yeah, we gave it a 4 out of 10, which is poor on our scale. But
what's 3? If 4 is poor, what's 3?
I can actually tell you that.
Thank
3
you.
is
That's why I wanted to know.
3 is a bad, 2 is a terrible, 1 is abysmal.
Okay, poor is not as bad. Okay.
Yeah, poor is like still. Yeah. Poor is not as bad as.
What's like 5?
5 is mediocre.
Got it. Okay.
Man, you really hit the ochre on that. It sounded good, Tam. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Quake 2 is coming at QuakeCon this weekend with question mark. Quake 2 remastered to be announced at QuakeCon, according to leaker Bill Kuhn. An official unveiling is expected at QuakeCon by the leaker and a lot of other people. It's unclear if this game will be subtitled remastered or enhanced, like Quake 1 was Quake Enhanced. That happened in 2021. This is reportedly coming to PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the Nintendo Switch. It will be different than the Quake 2 RTX we got a few years back that NVIDIA made, where they put ray tracing in Quake 2. But it also should have like a lot of other different improvements. And maybe potentially like Quake 1 Enhanced had, it'll get like a new campaign designed by Machine Games, which did that for Quake 1. Machine Games has been working on a first-person shooter, according to their the hiring pages. It's probably Quake related. It seems to be the case. I will be happy to see this. I like Quake 2 a lot, and I haven't played it in a very long time, so this would be a good chance to replay that. Quake begins August 10th and runs through the 13th. Any Quake fans here?
I'm fine with Quake.
Oh my God, that honestly scared me, Tam.
Quake is good, Quake's been fun.
I mean, it's no Wave Race 64, but it's all right.
No.
Quaker Oats. I like oatmeal.
Yeah, I like oatmeal too.
I like overnight oats, make my own. Big fan.
My problem with overnight oats is that it all kind of has to be tangentially sweet. You can't have like a savory overnight oats.
What kind
tangentially?
of savory?
What is tangentially in that?
Yeah, because all of it's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
Well,
and I'm a little bitter boy, sweet. Like I like oatmeal. I'll put an egg in it.
Okay.
Okay, wait. It's just gonna let that sit with me for a second. You put an egg in your oatmeal.
Put a fried egg in your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Like on top.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to process this.
If I'm eating about anything and I find a fried egg in it, I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's.
Yeah, when are you mad to see a fried egg? Right?
Never.
Like on what food would you be like, what? How dare you?
Ice? No, ice cream.
Put it on cake. Yeah, let's go.
Honestly, I feel like ice cream, you could make it work.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, because it's just like what? Just like fats, right? It's just gonna make it taste even more.
Yeah, like a nice
delicious.
gooey yolk.
Ooh. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, got a lot to think about.
What I'm here
all right, I got these last handful of stories. Zelda drives record quarter for Switch with 18.5 million in sales. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom sold 18.51 million units as of June 30th, 2023, driving a record quarter for the Nintendo Switch in its 7th year. Nintendo's first quarter profit reached 185.4 billion yen, equivalent to about $1.294 billion. That's up 82% from 2020. 3.91 million Switch units shipped in the 3-month period. 86% of those were the OLED models, likely a lot of those OLED Zelda models. Tears of the Kingdom was the fastest selling game in the series and in Nintendo's history for Europe and the Americas. Nintendo forecasts 15 million console sales for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2024. But analysts... there he goes. No, it's okay. Are you all right?
You're right.
Just read a comment in the chat from OGTO Octo. Square Enix has said that Tears of the Kingdom has underperformed according to their expectations.
That's very good.
That's perfect. That's well done. They're gonna have to revise those forecasts. The Switch seems like it's gonna sell more than 15 million units this year based on this current velocity of Switch sales. At the same time, Switch 2 development kits have been out there. That's a big part of like, oh, well, this thing's selling really well, but Switch 2 development kits are out there. Seems like they now are on the path of no return to moving on from the Switch. Also, like, just because they have momentum right now from Tears of the Kingdom, there's not going to be another Tears of the Kingdom moment. Super Mario Brothers Wonder comes out later this year. It is going to sell a lot of copies, but I think Mario fans mostly already own a Switch. It's probably not going to sell a ton of Switch hardware. So that'll be a good way to cap off this system and lead slowly into whatever happens next year.
Although, like, a Wonder Switch would be cool.
I mean...
It gets you high.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they should call the next Switch, the Switch Wonder. Wonder
Wonder
Switch.
Swan.
I mean...
Yes, Wonder Swan 2.
It's on the table, now that I think about it, but...
I like it. Man, I can't wait for
they should just name...
Wonder.
They should just name the next Switch like the Game Gear or something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I
Game.com.
found my Game Gear. I found it in my parents'
place.
place.
That's massive, right?
It's a big papa. Yeah. It's really, really large.
How many batteries did it take? It took like
6.
8?
12.
6?
12 double A's. No. I don't know.
6. I swear it's 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah,
right.
I think it's either 6 or 8. Yeah.
But even then, it like lasted for like 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. NCAA college football is making progress, but faces licensing issues. EA provided an update on its upcoming college football game during Q1 2024. CEO Andrew Wilson stated that the development team has made incredible progress. The game is aimed to capture the unique elements of college football versus the NFL. And to translate that, they are making 2 separate games. They're not taking last year's Madden, which is something we reported on Game S before. Licensing is in progress with many schools already secured, but that is the biggest hurdle for them. EA is continuing to figure out how to license college athletes with the new NIL rules, and they are facing these problems of like these other companies coming in and be like, we represent all these students. And it's like, we don't think you do. So we're going to actually just talk to the students directly. And it's kind of a mess, and that continues to be the biggest issue for this game. But college football, very popular. This game is very in high demand. So EA wants to get it right because they know if it hits, it'll sell a ton. And it could become, another one of these, annual franchises for them again that does it really well. PS5's new cloud streaming beta is up and running. Sony has started beta testing cloud streaming for PS5 games with select users. The service will be part of PlayStation Plus Premium when fully launched, and it supports PS5 games. Before you could stream PS4 games. Now you can stream PS5 games, but it's not just PS5 games like in PlayStation Plus. It is the Plus catalog, game trials, and any PS5 game that you own digitally. This is a big deal because Xbox has been promising that feature for a long time and still doesn't have it. So Sony beating them to the punch there. They're also beating them to the punch with 4K cloud streaming, something Xbox doesn't have as well. And that's pretty cool as well, though I wonder what the latency is going to be like on that, or the compression. We'll have to wait and see. But the beta is popping off now, and people could try it out if they want. Cloud gaming, though, it's cool to hear this technology. It's something like, I'm actually not going to, I don't need that. I have a PS5. I don't need to stream these games.
What if you get one of those weird mobile devices they're making, Grub?
You mean, what if? What if?
You mean when?
That thing. Yes, when, exactly.
I am an enabler. It's happening now.
You're bad, dude. Dude, you're very bad.
It's like my popcorn buckets for sure. Yeah, I don't know, because I have to wait and see like what the cloud streaming capabilities of that thing is, because the way that they've made that thing sound, it's like, no, it streams from your PS5 over Wi-Fi, and by that we mean the same Wi-Fi network in your house. So I think I still, my understanding is you leave the house and that handheld is fucking useless. So we'll see if that changes, or if that's not we don't have the whole story there yet, but. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's cool that if you are in this situation, you are going to get some of the best streaming quality now in 4K, and you can stream like this. Is the one thing I would like this feature, but I guess I'll just abandon the Xbox version. I'll just get the PlayStation version because I would like to play NHL in handheld mode on like the Steam Deck or something. It's not on PC. So I could just stream it from the cloud on PS5. That might be the way to do that. So yeah, we'll see. I've been waiting to do that on Xbox because like I have NHL on Xbox. And I'm like, oh, I could just stream it from Xbox. Well, that's only useful in some scenarios. I want to be able to stream it from the cloud, and they don't enable that yet. So
maybe I can buy Final Fantasy 14 again on PlayStation. Cloud stream that to the stupid mobile device they're making.
Perfect plan.
Yeah, your Rube Goldbergian solution to all of this insanity.
Last story here. PS5s are on sale, and that makes me go, a lot of retailers are selling the PS5 for $450. This is a system that they recently increased the price on everywhere except for the United States.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I think we just think it out. Like, why would they be selling something for a lower price than they have to sell it for? Because this thing is selling out. It continues to like sell very well. They are rushing. Their pace is faster than PS4 now. They're catching up to the PS4 in terms of like this point in the thing. So like, what's the strategy?
Are you insinuating that there's like a half-step console approach?
Yeah, I think there's that new revision of the PS5 coming out imminently is what must be happening here.
They just want to make Square happy. That's what they're doing. That's what everyone wants.
Like, look, something met expectations. Look, it can happen. It's a beautiful thing.
It's possible.
They're probably trying to get a lot of these PS5s out of the supply chain because they've manufactured a ton now. They've solved all those problems for the most part, and now they're making a ton. And so get those out of the supply chain. And this new thing I think is meant to replace both the PS5 and the PS5 digital.
So, but didn't they also quietly do like a silicon upgrade, right?
They've done that like twice now. Yes, that's how they solved this big issue of the supply constraint. Is they used a smaller process. So I think they were on like 6 nanometer, and then they went down to 5 nanometer. Or it might have been 5 to 4, but they were able to get more chips per wafer, and that was the big way that they solved this. And it was like more reliable than the previous process. So the lithography there has improved greatly, and that is also it's also enabled them to shrink everything inside the PS5 because when you use a smaller process, it produces less heat when you're actually running the system, and so they didn't need as much cooling. And so this already happened inside the PS5. The new PS5s that are on shelves now, the motherboard is like cut down by like a third or something like that. It's something significant to the point where there's a ton of unused space inside the PS5, clearly opening up the opportunity for them after making even more improvements, almost certainly to the motherboard and to the efficiency and to the cooling system, to shrink it down and create a new PS5 that is basically a slim. That's probably happening by this holiday. It feels like everything's lining up for that. That's been the reporting. I think that's something we probably hear about soon. I guess that begs the question, when do they announce that? Is it at Gamescom, or do they have another PlayStation Direct, something that's been rumored that I haven't heard about, but people have been rumoring that. So I don't know. You guys, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like low-key Gamescom is about to pop off a little bit.
Feels that way. Yeah.
You know?
Sam, are you going to Gamescom?
Yes, I am going to Gamescom. We're going to be going, me and Lucy are going this year.
I'm excited for you. That's have you been fun. Before? I've never been. I've always wanted to check it out.
Oh, I've been many times.
That's okay. Okay, yeah.
It is wild.
Oh.
It makes the big secret is like Gamescom makes E3 look like a small gathering.
Yeah, like a roadside attraction. Yeah.
It's crazy. I describe it as like going. So the good thing about Gamescom is it's got a business center, which is like only for press, like only there for business, press, and like developers, publishers, and it's completely air conditioned, completely segregated. You go to the show floor, and genuinely, when you go from the transition from the show, from the business center to the show floor, it's the closest to what I imagine it feels like to walk through a fog gate in a Dark Souls game, where it's like you have to push through this unseen atmosphere to get into it. It is wild. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I want to get to a Gamescom eventually, maybe next year. That'll be cool. But it seems like Backlog, I think you're right. This is what year's going to pop off. There's going to be a lot happening. So, yeah, we'll see if there's any news out of there. And if it's not like it's going to be around that time of year. So we'll probably have some news to talk about at that point. But if they're going to launch a new version of the PS5, we are in August. They probably talk about it at the latest by early September. At the latest, it feels like. So just for a matter of weeks, if that does happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, the rumor is that it's going to be a diskless system no matter what now, and that you could buy an external drive and plug it in. What do you think the pricing is going to be on this slim
How much is
model?
the current digital?
So the digital is 400, and this in America. I think everywhere else it's the equivalent of 450. But it's also almost never available. It's really hard to find. It's like the ratio is like 1 to 10 in terms of how much they're producing. The current PS5 is 500, but they sell it at 550 with a game a lot of times, and it's equivalent of 550 almost everywhere else without a game.
I gotta imagine it comes in at 400 again.
But what if they double the storage?
I think the thing that they do is like they keep the existing price point, discount the older one, and just slide this one into the same spot, and then create a more expensive one with better storage.
Yeah, I
so
think
you think there's two coming.
Well, I think that is the play. Yeah, I think they'll like it's easier for them to be like, hey, here's a new model. You're gonna buy it in this SKU or this SKU. And because they can't dramatically change the pricing, because it impacts obviously financials and projections and that kind of stuff. And at the same time, like the only thing they really can do to improve that, if they want to, is add a higher price SKU.
Yeah, so I wonder if the way that they do it is the same PlayStation 5 diskless slim thing. And storage, who knows? Maybe the storage is the same. I expect the storage to increase a little bit. Maybe it's increased on both. And for 400, you just get it without a disk drive. And the 500 model includes the it comes with the actual external drive included in the box or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. For me, it's like, man, that is bulkier and awkward, and this doesn't feel like an improvement. But I don't know. Maybe they have some way to like attach it and make it feel like natural or something like that. So the disk drive doesn't cost $100. I agree. I know, but I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think Sony changes the pricing so dramatically that it's like it feels like PlayStation 5s are actually a lower price now. They got away with these prices. They're not going to move them down that much, if at all. I don't expect them to move down the pricing at all, because they don't have to. So they'll find some way to manipulate the boxes and what's in there, so that it feels like, oh, well, that's $500 worth of value. So maybe it's like the bigger model has more storage and the disk drive, something that they could put on bullet points to get away with it. But I don't think we're going to have to wait too long to find out.
Oops.
Okay.
Exciting.
Yep, that does it for the news. I'm handing this show back over to you, Jan.
I am terribly upset. Also, as always, because of the WebP format. I just need to share this picture. I think I am now officially done with Pokemon.
What happened?
Is
there a new bad one?
There's a new bad one. Is it a
WebP Pokemon?
Wouldn't that be the ultimate kick in the pants?
Screenshots folder. Hold on. Give me a sec. Bear with me, folks. Audio listeners, this is not going to be enjoyable for you.
How
often do they make new Pokemon?
Check your watch about every 15 or so minutes.
All right.
I just like it all. Like all the kids are still so much into the cards. Like yesterday Sunday we were at a barbecue, and they like went swimming for an hour, and then for 90 minutes they just did like a Pokemon card party. Like they're
do they play or do they just swap them like and talking about them? They don't fucking play.
Not one person under 20 in America has ever played the Pokemon card game. They all just
whoa.
Obviously that's a joke, you freaks. But what the thing is that no one knows
have you ever seen your kid play Pokemon? Does he even know how to play the Pokemon card game?
My kid? What they do? Yeah, what about your kids? No, they
Secret family. Shouts out.
You know what they do? They make up their own games sometimes, where they're just like cute. Doing stuff on the HP account. You know?
Okay.
Real quick, Sean wants us to guess how many Pokemon there are now, and I'm going to say 988.
I was going to say 350.
No, Backlog.
The fuck do I know? I just like herdier. What do you want from me?
All right, I was browsing
1010. 1010. Okay.
I was browsing through the trash fire that is still twitter.com, and then I come across sarahb.net. Very big authority on Pokemon news, and then if you direct your attention to the stream,
go ahead.
What is this? What the fuck is this? What?
Oh, that's from
God,
Horizon.
What is this?
Yeah, it's a long neck.
Why?
That's a long neck.
This is gonna sound like the most damning thing, and I don't mean it to be this way, but this is the way my brain. This is the only way my brain can describe it. Pokemon now look like Digimon.
Yeah, I literally was going to say the exact same thing.
And
You're
I
100%
know
right in
Digimon is awesome and people love it, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of intricacies to Digimon, and
But if Pokemon looks like Digimon, that's bad.
There was a distinguishing factor between Pokemon and Digimon at one point. Pokemon were the ones that were really creative and charming, and Digimon were like
cool.
they were just like fucking edgy. Here's a Metal Greymon. Let's fucking
I think Guerrilla Games can sue somebody here. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Folks are telling me that no one is going to understand why I'm upset if I don't show them the original Pokemon that this is based off of.
Wait, what do you mean it's based off of one?
And for audio listeners, it is like, imagine the long neck from Horizon, but with like, if you took the shittiest Hot Wheel car decals and stuck it all over it.
Like
is the thing that this Pokemon is like multi-elemental alignment?
Okay,
or it's
so
like multiple types.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
This
bother
sucks
to
as
read
well,
this.
man.
This is Raikou. This is one of the legendary dogs.
Dude,
this looks like AI.
Man, you're my legendary dog. Just so you're clear.
Thanks.
This looks stupid. I will admit. This looks like a tiger boy.
I feel like
with seal teeth.
I feel like the decline of legendary Pokemon began with Lugia, and it's been downhill since then.
Lugia just has.
I don't want to fuck any of these Pokemon, so nothing is working on me here.
All right,
well,
Mr.
Mime.
Should we just do that? Smash or pass? No,
Smash
we
or
can't
pass.
do that
Let's go.
right now.
Yeah.
I need to take a break. This is just deeply upsetting.
Devaluing Pokemon across the board. Actually,
oh my God. I'm just gonna get all the way back into Doctor Who. I'm
I
just
have
gonna
not
get back into
enjoyed
Doctor Who now.
I think the last good Pokemon was Hawlucha.
Hawlucha is a pretty sick Pokemon.
I like Trubbish.
Trubbish.
No one actually likes Trubbish.
I don't know any of these people.
Oh man,
Trubbish is just a pile of trash, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, my kid has 2 decent cards that he's pulled.
Okay.
And he's like, I want to bring him into camp and just trade him.
No.
And I sat him down. I'm like, motherfucker, don't you know what I'm doing for you? Don't you know what I'm trying to teach you? He's got a really good Snorlax, like this guy, right?
I love how you keep them though.
Oh, because I'm gonna get him graded.
Oh shit.
Right? And he's got this like other Pikachu, the fat one. That's like golden.
Is it fat gay Pikachu? Fat gold Pikachu?
I don't know.
I think you got to let him make his own mistakes. The act of because I've been thinking about it a lot because Mike bought that Cuba War for hundreds of American human dollars, and I had that game because I got excited about every Nintendo game that come out the GameCube back then, and I played it for half an hour, didn't really care for it, and sold it immediately back like for less money than what I bought it for. And that game, if I had waited like a couple of months, it was worth like $90. So it's like, hey, lesson learned. I think about that for the rest of my life. So maybe you should let him just go out there and get fucked over at camp.
There's plenty of shit that he can bring and get fucked over or fuck other people over.
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
You know, like
you want him to be the con man.
Let's learn that lifestyle yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I
know
need,
Turbo.
I need to go close my eyes and just quietly cry for a little bit. So we'll just take a break, and then Tam, what will we be back with?
Yeah.
No, what will we be back with?
I thought you said, "Will you be?" I thought you said, "Will you be back with?" And I was like, "That's a very strange sentence."
No. I know, what will you be? Now I like you refusing to give it to him. Just don't even. Now it's time. Don't even do it.
He was teleporting midway, and then he heard you. Yeah, go ahead.
That rules.
All right. Well,
we're gonna be back with shout outs.
No music for that yet. All right, we'll be back.
너와의 something 이리 와 우리 둘이 all night 밤새 구름 위를 달려 baby I'm so hot 황홀한 밤을 원해 you girl 간절히 너를 원해 my girl 서로에게 몸을 맡겨 긴긴 밤 너와 오늘이 다 지나면 잊어버리겠지만 오늘 밤 다 지나면 더는 바랄 게 없어 처음 만났지만 좀 끌리는 건 널 알고 싶어 baby 네가 누구든 상관없어 누구든 눈이 마주친 순간 멈출 수 없잖아 baby 이 음악 속에 뜨거운 열기 속에 이 밤이 다가도록 나를 유혹해줘 Love me tonight Love me tonight 이대로 계속돼야 해 Love me all night Love me all night 그래 너를 원해 Hey lady 설레는 첫 만남 전혀 어색하지 않은 우리 각자 내 숨은 그만두고 이제 서로 더 알아볼까 처음 만났지만 좀 끌리는 건 널 알고 싶어 baby 네가 누구든 상관없어 누구든 눈이 마주친 순간 멈출 수 없잖아 baby 이 음악 속에 뜨거운 열기 속에 이 밤이 다가도록 나를 유혹해줘 Love me tonight Love me tonight 이대로 계속돼야 해 Love me all night Love me all night 그래 너를 원해
Emails. These are the emails. Emails. You can send your emails to bombcast@giantbomb.com. We appreciate all your emails. I look at all of them. I kindly file them away. I print some out, put it on my refrigerator. I don't actually do that. Printers.
We can see your refrigerator. We know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know,
There's actually
maybe
nothing on it.
maybe the top part of my freezer
Yeah.
is where I keep all the
Okay.
sensitive stuff. Like,
Sure.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
like here's I'm too late. I don't want to get up. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send emails to. Hey, if you want to ask a question about a video game, a topic, a fun quiz, avoid awkward social interactions, please send an email our way. First email comes from Hunter from Wisconsin, and they write about libraries. Shouts out to libraries.
Yeah.
GB Crew. I've always been a frugal spender when it comes to deciding which game to purchase. I had to really want a game to be willing to spend upwards of $60 on it. 3 years ago, my wife introduced me to the thing that 100% changed the way I play games, the public library. To my surprise, the library has most every major game that comes out within a week of its release date. They also feature a no late fees policy that lets you keep the game for 6 to 8 weeks before accruing any penalties. Since 2020, I have not purchased a single video game and have played 50 plus games from the library. Back of the napkin calculations has me saving roughly around $2,000. I get to try so many new games, even if there is a chance I may not like it in the long term. Maybe I should feel guilty for not purchasing games when these devs work so hard to make them, but I want to share with others how cool I think it is that these games are available to the public. Go socialism. Hunter from Wisconsin. P.S. Here are a few games I've played at release simply by swiping my library card. Final Fantasy XVI, Diablo 4, Tears of the Kingdom, Metroid Dread, Elden Ring, Pokemon Scarlet, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Link's Awakening, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and so many more. That's dope.
That's awesome. The one thing I always want to remind people of is about this thing about supporting devs. It's when it comes to this is the system we live in. That's not your responsibility. Like when it's time to like pay your rent, like you're like, well, the devs aren't supporting me. Like that's not their responsibility.
Yeah.
That's you got to figure that out. If you have a way to do this and it's all on the up and up, the idea that like it's your responsibility to make sure like that's the corporation that takes all the profits.
Yeah,
Let them figure out how to support those devs. That's not on you.
Yeah, don't, as long as you're not like actively doing things that take money out of their pocket. Like if you're pirating a game that came out yesterday, then you're being shitty. Like, yeah, that's not a good approach. But if it's a case of like this is very much on the up and up, it's gone through official channels, and a game has made its way into the library, you shouldn't feel bad about that. Like that's
you should feel good about it. This is
you should feel good about it. Like and like there are also other ways you can support a developer that doesn't involve you spending money. Like you can talk about the game online and be like, this was great, or I didn't, or you know, I had a good time with this, or even like shout out your library. Like do that, because that brings more people to the library. Maybe someone else who's in a better position to support the developer with their money will go to the library, play the game, and be like, yo, this was dope, I'm gonna buy this. So you know,
shouts out to librarians, shouts out to libraries. Please, you would be surprised what you can rent at your local library.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
and as always, I always point out Libby and the apps to rent stuff digitally, to borrow stuff digitally.
Oh yeah.
Did
you know you can buy weed from your local library?
Well, behind the library, Mr. Sunshine's always out there. Yeah.
Wait, for real or what?
No.
This little fibber.
Yeah. Little Fibber's a good name for Tam.
Little Fibber.
Little Fib.
A little Fibby. You could rent it. You just have to bring it back.
That's right. Exactly.
Yes. You just hold on to it. You can't smoke it or do anything.
I did that once when on my honeymoon in Jamaica. The guy on the beach came up and was like, "Hey, you want this?" And it was a pouch of weed. And then later he's asking for money, and I'm like, "I don't want to deal with this." And I just went back to my hotel room, and got it, and gave it back to him. I'm like, take this away. Go away.
There you go. You returned the weed?
I returned the weed. I didn't have a receipt either. My wife was getting paranoid. We were traveling internationally. It was like a different time.
Like, you know what? I'll find a return slip somewhere here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can I just get store credit? Yeah.
I love the library rule is puff puff return instead of puff puff pass.
Hey, if you're in the LA area and you have a Los Angeles library card, you could rent out a podcast studio and do your own podcast. You can rent out a whole stew. A whole
Can we
stew.
do that and just interview random library attendees?
Yeah.
We could do that. We could do that.
Cool.
That would be pretty fun.
There's a media center in Koreatown that it's just like I could just rent this for free with a library card. All right, fuck, let's go. All right, next email comes from Peter from Norway. This may be a little bit heavy for some folks, so be warned. Dear Bomb Crew, my skin has been itching for a second tattoo, and I've been thinking about a semicolon for a while. You know, one of those, yay, I didn't off myself once. However, I kind of want it to be more personal and naturally want it to be gaming themed. I wanted to ask you for your ideas, but waited to send this email for too long, and now I have an appointment. For the longest time, I thought it should be a game over screen with continue highlighted, but now I've settled on a fairy that brings you back to life in Zelda. I'm curious, though, on what some hypothetical other ones would be. If you have any suggestions, I completely understand if this is too sensitive for the podcast. I promise I'm good now. Remember to take care of your mental health. Sincerely, Peter from Norway. Peter, glad you're here, buddy. Glad you have this second tattoo appointment.
I think a very easy one that is also Giant Bomb kind of related is a Phoenix Down.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say DMX Goomba.
That works. That also works, yeah.
It's like, that
the symbol of ever living life, yeah.
I can't remember which Final Fantasy it is, but there is one of the Phoenix Down animations is like this ray of light, and then like the feather slowly like drifts down. Like I wonder if you could get that ray of light.
That actually is a good tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like tattoos.
I think it might be
for me
10
personally, but I like that.
or 9. One of those two.
Is it not a tactics one, or maybe a tactics one also does that too?
I think it's a common one, but like it's used. There's a variance of that imagery used constantly, but the one in either 9 or 10 really stands out as being like really nice because it like the way it gently kind of drifts down always stuck out in my mind.
Yeah, Phoenix Down.
Who's the guy in Dragon Ball that's like the king of the underworld or whatever and stuff? Could you get him to like Should be like opening a door and saying, "Go back," or kicking you out or something like that. Something
Chi-Chi's dad?
Or is it, or is it
That the
King
Ox kid?
Kameya?
Oh, King Kai?
King Kai? You don't want King Kai. No, don't get King Kai.
Don't get King Kai. That might be an issue. Don't get King Kai is the big thing here. Yeah, God.
King Yama.
King Yama, is that what I'm thinking of? Something like that.
Is that? Yeah, Yama he's the one with the purple suit, right? King Yama. It's Yama, isn't it?
Yama.
Yeah, or something like that.
I guess you could just you could just get like the characters like wishing on the Dragon Balls to bring you back or something like that.
Or you could just get HFIL tweeted on yourself.
Okay.
And just be like, home for infinite losers. Let's fucking go.
But yes, if you were struggling, please, there are resources out there to talk to. You are never alone.
Yeah, shout out.
Shouts out to you, Peter. Next email comes from Colin from Grand Rapids. Is MI Michigan?
Michigan, yes.
Michigan.
There we go. I know the states. All right. Going to a show at a bar next weekend that has a ton of pinball tables. I figured I'd get there a little early and have some beers and play some. Which ones are a must play? Here's a list from their website. Backlog, if you'd like to peruse this list. It's in the
okay. Hold on.
I'll just list off all of these real quick. Attack from Mars, Batman 66.
Rate. Do you want me?
You go through the list and rate them.
Smash Pass? Is
yes,
that what
Smash
we're doing,
Pass.
Kind of thing?
Yeah, there we go. Do Smash Pass.
All right. Attack from Mars, Smash. Batman 66, Smash. Deadpool, Smash. Elvira, Smash. Future Spy, I've never played that. I don't know anything about it. Game of Thrones, there's a bunch of different ones. I would pass. Ghostbusters, controversial take, pass.
Ooh.
Halloween, I believe that is the spooky pinball one that came out last year. I've never played it. It's very indie. If they have it, I would play it. Smash Iron Man, Smash James Bond. That's new. It's pretty good. We'll leave that in the air there. Lord of the Rings, pass. Mandalorian, pass. Metallica, Smash. No Fear, I don't know what that is. Rick and Morty, that's another indie one. Smash. Rush, I think is pretty good. Smash. Star Wars, pass. Tales of the Arabian Nights, I've never played. Walking Dead, Smash. Whitewater, big Smash. Big fan of Whitewater. Yeah.
Big Smash. Well, Colin from Grand Rapids, Michigan. There's you go. There's your little listy poo. Go smash all of those.
Yeah, transcribe that, print it out, put it in your pocket.
I have a question. How long is like pinball dev? Like from idea
like 2
to
years.
Okay. 2 years?
Yeah, sometimes a year.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think it's crazy. Like some sometimes companies come out with them 4 times a year, 3 times a year. But yeah, I think I'd say 1 to 2 years is a safe estimation.
Beautiful. All right. Next email comes from Pavel from Sweden. Hi, Bombers. For whatever reason, before launching Tears of the Kingdom, I decided to go to the Switch's eShop upcoming releases section and was greeted with Aeroblast, Waifu Dating Sim, Playful Edition. Trailer suggests it's a Tinder simulator with match 3 gameplay and anime ladies in sexy poses in the background. I see someone highlighting this and copy and pasting in the document.
I am. What's it called again? Sorry, so you can say that again?
Put on blast.
What's it called?
Shit.
Aeroblast, Waifu Dating Sim.
Fuck, man.
Playful
All right.
Edition.
I get it. But damn.
Why is the eShop looking like Google Play Store 10 years ago? I'm not offended or anything, but shouldn't they use that space to promote better stuff? I know there's garbage stuff on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox stores, but you need to dig deep to get to the incelware. That's odd. Love.
That is odd.
Dog, the Nintendo website does not even load it.
It took a second for me, and it's loaded now. It took a moment, though. Yeah, you can tell that they just painted these clothes on after drawing the characters. My thing with this isn't an issue if discoverability for all the other games is fixed. Something that like Steam has all these, and no one really complains about that anymore because first of all, I think you have to opt in for a lot of these games, but also you just they do a pretty good job of showing you the games that you probably will like. On Steam, it continues, or on Switch, it's a problem because if a game falls out of those 6 or so categories that are promoted on the front page, it's impossible to find them unless you search for them by name. So, yeah, it's annoying. But if they're popping up in that space, I guess they probably should be using that for other games. But also, Aeroblast waifu dating sim deserves attention as much as anything else. It's still a video game, right?
It's currently on sale for $7.49, guys. It's
Ooh.
62% off.
I just put number one waifu in the doc.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Thank you.
Look
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Oh yes. Okay. Hello.
Let me
Um,
see here.
It's in the wild doc.
Okay. Oh,
I just
Doc
want to
of the
read.
Wild.
I just want to read something off of the eShop page here. In this
Please.
bundle, you get content from the base game and Playful Pack, which includes 21 romanceable women to meet,
21. Can you romance something for me?
120 plus hot picks to unlock,
Ooh, hot pick. I love hot picks.
over 30 routes to go with each waifu, with between 5,000 to 10,000 words each, 280 levels to beat, 25 plus hours of gameplay. So get ready for flirting and picks.
Get ready.
Sounds like a Quantic Dream game. 3,000 pages of script.
That's a real missed opportunity. They should have done get ready for flirting and squirting.
Tam, oh, God.
Okay, well, that actually segues perfectly into the last email of the show.
Emails.
Shit, he got me again.
You're the Burgundy of soundboards.
Ooh, okay.
This one comes from Will from Seattle. The subject read, "Eat a bag of dicks." Kindly.
What?
Greetings, Bombcast crew. You all announced that you are going to PAX West and made the joke to eat a bag of dicks. But any local will wholeheartedly endorse you to actually do this. Dicks is beloved here because they fly in the face of conventional corporate bullshittery. They have good starting wages, 20 to 25 an hour, offers fully paid health insurance, gives up to $28K for educational scholarships, and pay their employees when they volunteer at local nonprofits while keeping prices low. A regular cheeseburger is like $2.75.
What?
That's actually wild. Okay, cool.
I am a big fan of dicks.
Yeah, I love dicks.
I love dicks,
That-
no matter where they are.
Are they a big chain or are they? Is the dick
It's
big?
about 6 inches.
That being said,
the answer.
the cheap cheeseburger and the rest of the food is mostly just okay. Basically on par with any fast food place. They usually taste great for the price, and the service is usually super quick, but everything needs to be eaten as soon as you get it. So yes, you all should go eat a big old bag of dicks.
There's
I have a
hard
question.
dicks all over the
And
country,
fast.
right? There's like,
Thanks.
aren't there like 10 dicks?
That's the that's the
I have a
sporting
question.
goods.
Dicks.
Tam,
I have a
yes,
question.
please.
If dicks has a layoffs, is it called a circumcision?
No, it's a cutback.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Your
well,
joke's
Their
very good.
chief financial officer is also a moil. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at you dropping some. I don't know. Anyway, listen.
yes.
Is this Dick's? There's the Dick's. That's the restaurant that treats you like they're dicks, right?
This,
No,
this
that's-
is not Dick's Last Resort. This
Yeah.
is a burger place in Seattle, I think.
Yes.
Oh, I'm thinking Dick's Last Resort,
Yes.
which is the restaurant that purposefully treats you like shit.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Got it.
I think this Dick's treats you well.
They seem to treat
And
everybody
their
well.
employees well, so
Yeah.
that's pretty great.
Yeah.
No dicks to be
Even
found.
even the deluxe burger is only $5.30.
So what's this called? Just like regular plain old
It's like-
dicks?
Yes, plain Dick. Shorn Dick. It's Dick's with an apostrophe.
Got it. Dick's Drive. It's a drive-in.
I guess.
Yes.
So sure.
That's cool.
Okay.
It
There's
sounds like
one size of
Swenson's
fries
actually here in
Oh,
Cleveland.
okay. All right.
It's got the what's that design called? Oogle. What the hell is it?
Oogle?
Oogly
Yeah.
moogly.
No, there's like a
Great
certain
googly moogly?
Ogles.
Someone knows in chat what I'm talking about. There's like an architectural design that's like
Rude Goldberg?
It's like a drive-in
Brutal. It's brutalism.
design. No, it's not brutalism.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
Googie. Thank you. It's called Googie.
that's not a
serious.
real word. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Guggen-
like, you know,
Guggenheim?
no Googie. It's like It's like the Las Vegas sign is the ultimate example of Googie.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's get
Yeah.
Googie.
It's like retro futurist.
Yes.
Atomic
I'm
age,
not
space
crazy.
age.
I know
That's
what the
cool.
fuck I'm talking about.
It's
know exactly
Fallout.
what
It's
it is.
Fallout design.
Sure.
It definitely is. Yeah.
Okay, folks. We've yet to get music for this. Maybe I'll make music for this. Who knows? Folks, we're at everyone's favorite part of the show now. The kids can't stop clamoring for it. They're fast forwarding through the whole show. They don't care about video games, news, our lives, or who the hell we are. They just want to get to the shout-outs. These hooligans in this Google Doc, they've been running rampant. These little Pikmin have been ready to go. So let's get to the shout-outs. Shouts out to, first of all, didn't put this in the doc. Shouts out to Carl. Shouts out to Juliana. But also, why is this the first one?
It's asterisks. Fine.
No, I wrote that. Shouts out to Gooning and Zelda leads to Tears of the Kingdom. Someday there will be a last Pokemon. Shouts out to the best Ryan Gosling and Gangster Squad Ryan Gosling. Hey, yo, Jan, I'm a shoot doctor, and I give you the go-ahead to call yourself the doctor. Jan, you look great. Mortal Kombat titties. Jan looking like a snack. Is it bad that I want a 5'4" of Jan to step on me? Them little Pikmin freaks Bombay mix way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Who lights and Swifties put Minotti's McBiddies on the phone. Doctor Who on Instagram. Doctor Who and Flintstone Blake Club. Let's go. Don't you fucking do that to me. Don't you fucking no. JEFFJARRETT. The fusion dance is the ultimate form of male intimacy. Hey knows. Fuck you. A, what is this? What is even doing this? What does this mean? B, I think it's just some shout out to a friend because this guy has paid Dan Reichert to say this a dozen times. C, oh, okay, Google just gives me porn. D, I mean, that's what Google does, right? Shouts out to Mike, the hottie Minotti, total body, naughty, super karate, and disco porta potty. Jan's love of owls in the medical profession. Who made Backlog the king of pinball? Shouts out to Square Enix for making me realize my parents weren't really that disappointed in me in the long run. Nomura on his way to save Squeenix from the Great Depression for the 400th time with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Kingdom Hearts 4 next year. Libraries, yo. Shouts out to the moment of silence for the poster of Steam who asked why all the penis option in Baldur's Gate 3 were huge. Shouts out to every day without Starfield is a bad day. El Palo Loco, enjoying the mad Redditors. World of Tanks with Jonah Falcon when. Come on, GameSpot, don't let me down. A whole stew, hot soup. Why did they buy that zoo grub? Ever since that guy asked you that question, it's been haunting me. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Grub 24 check. Oh, there's more.
He's fully deputized the white lady that was suspicious of the brown guy, and now she's like the second main character of the show. It's going okay. He didn't die in the nuclear blast.
Chloe or Nina?
No, the white lady from the family that was suspicious of her sister marrying the brown guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
I forgot her name, but I know what you're talking about.
Shouts out to Remake Soul Reaver. Shouts out to I Saw You Do That, Tam. No, you didn't, Jeff. Doctor Who cosplay for his Instagram post. I'm still calling it Twitter, and you can't stop me, Elon, you little worm man. Shouts out to Peter. We're all glad you're still here. Big ups to Peter. I don't know who James had. Sock 'em boppers, more fun than a pillow fight. We had Wild Boys, and this doc is our kingdom. Do some DMX barking noise. Pinball waifu dating simulator. Crash Bandicoot is trash. Every Funhouse table is possessed. Johnny Mnemonic. Black and white is the truth. Room service. Shouts out to the club sandwich. Shouts out only podcast one. Oh no, no one wants it. I don't want that. Come and go. Can't stop coming. Read the word, Jan. Finish Totki Grub, you piece of shit. Love, Sean. I'm seeing Paramore in November in Straya. BRB on a Ganon and Link SF porn binge. And that's it for the shout-outs.
Wow, pretty good. Pretty good.
We all behaved ourselves. No, we're all done. We're all done now. We got to the end of the shout-outs. I got to the end of it before you got to the end of it. Yo, shouts out to Paramore because respectfully, everyone. Oh my God, Haley Williams. Oh my God.
Wait, I'm sorry. What,
Number one waifu?
Is there like a lead singer of Paramore that you want to talk about? Or
I respectfully. Okay, this is the last thing I'll
You
say, and then we'll
alright?
end the show. We'll end the show. Hey, Paramore brought out Steph Curry to sing "Misery Business." That was absolutely insane. But the more insane thing was Haley Williams was very sick throughout this whole show, so she just kept spitting everywhere. And then,
whoa,
I think we all
You don't
learned
have to pay extra for that.
We all learned
I
a little
think-
bit. We
I
all
think
learned.
Paramore is like I somehow missed that in my timeline. Like I think I was just the wrong age for when Paramore became. a
Yeah,
thing.
I was too.
Paramore's great. Did you see
Paramore's
that
great.
video of Billie Eilish bringing out Armani White?
No, I did not.
That was a good video. So Armani White has a song called where he says Billie Eilish. Was it big t-shirt, black top, something like that? Big t-shirt, black top, Billie Eilish. And she's on the stage and she's like, "Have you guys heard that song?" And then out of nowhere, Armani White comes out and performs it, and people just go
that's
mad.
fantastic.
It's so
I
good.
gotta check.
I
that out.
love Billie Eilish. She seems super chill.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
she seems
agreed.
cool.
Yeah. Steph Curry. What can this man not do? He actually can sing pretty decently.
Did you have you watched that documentary? I guess on Apple.
Of course
TV
I
Plus?
have. I love this man.
Was it good?
It's great. It's great.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
He's so nice. He's
What
such a nice
year is
person.
Paramore?
They were like
2007.
2000s? Yeah, late 2000s is what I want to say. Hey, I'm looking at pictures of this lady. She's very pretty.
Billie Eilish?
Well, Billie Eilish is pretty, yes, absolutely. But Haley Williams?
Oh,
Haley
Haley. Yeah,
Williams.
Haley is a.
She's very
Yeah.
pretty as well.
You
so-
okay? What
Respectfully.
happened?
Respectfully.
I mean,
Respectfully
I'm not
pretty.
nothing like a lot of people constantly are like fawning over her. Thirsting
I don't
after-
know what she like. I
many
don't
years.
know who she. I know Paramore, but I don't know much about the band.
She had like orange hair for a very long time.
Very, very long time. All right, folks, that about does it for the Giant Bombcast. What do we got going on for the rest of the week? Game S mornings popping off Wednesday through
right.
Friday. Hopefully this Thursday we'll have a special guest on the dump truck.
Is
Grubby-
it me?
No, well, I mean every day with you is special, Tam.
It's a gift.
Emails.
God damn it, he got me again. I believe we'll also continue checking out Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer during
do it.
UPF.
Yeah,
Fun
I think-
times.
We won't have Dan, but I think we'll still be stuck with his character. I think that's how it works.
Oh, please let me control Dan's character.
Yeah, I think you could. So I'll give him to you, and we'll see what we can do, and then maybe we'll get a friend in there or something to come hang out with us. But I'm looking forward to playing more of that.
Yes, it's very fun. I think that may be how I play through a good chunk of the game.
Yeah, let's do a couple of those. I'm also gonna play a little bit more Mortal Kombat at some point. I did the first episode of Armageddon yesterday, where we started Mortal Kombat 9 story mode. I got through a good chunk of that through the first third, which is like the recreation of Mortal Kombat 1, the original Mortal Kombat 1. I'm going to try to play through all these story modes, 9, 10, 11, before Mortal Kombat 1, the new one, comes out. So I'll let you guys know when the next episode is sometime later this week. We'll see.
I
Sometime
like
with-
armor grubbing, but I think. Imagine if I did it. We could have called it to Mortal Kombat.
Jesus Christ, damn.
If,
What
if,
are you doing?
if,
It's
if
so
you
good.
That was
if
so
you and
good.
There's
Minotti
still
did
time
it,
to rebrand it.
no, if
Yeah.
you and
Okay, come
Minotti
in
did
there,
it, to Morto, and it'll be Tokoto.
Deeply uncool already.
Also, for folks that missed it, Blight Club is moving to Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the new home for Blight Club. So get that situated. Also, you know what? It's been a minute. This Thursday, let's throw it down. Let's throw it down
Let's
on
do
a
it.
Thursday. Thursday night throwdown.
Oh,
Coming
wow.
back to you. We will be playing TF2, not Titanfall 2, Team
maybe.
Fortress 2.
Yep.
That'll probably be popping off before the dump truck, so it's sometime around 10 a.m. for the Pacific time. Hey,
It's night somewhere.
It's night somewhere. I've been Jan. He's been Jeff. He's been Jeff. He's been Tam. And you have been beautiful, just like Haley Williams. We'll catch you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. I love you. Bye. Giant Bombcast is brought to you by Jan simping over female leads in emo bands. That's it. Love you. Bye.